they wander along old ruins where fears have grown. Eyes that watch from ancient stone, whispers chill right to the bone. Gothic castles rise in the night, ghostly figures glide out of sight. Wolf howling under pale moonlight, darkness creeps and grabs too tight. You have fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt. Fog curling through cobblestone streets, footsteps echoing heartbeats. Vampires hunt their nightly feast, lurking monsters are released. Silent scream in a sepia dream, melancholy miles downstream. No one's safe, or so it seems. Worlds unravel at the seams. You have fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt. Fallen into the EuroCrypt. There is no escape from the EuroCrypt.
Hey, what is going on?
What is happening? We are back.
We are back, and tonight, is going to be a very special show, I think. We're going to be talking about Luc Merenda, a very well-known French actor that was like literally come into the fore really with all these kind of Italian genre films back in the day. But I want to welcome on Ian Urza again. He's kind of our go-to Italian crime specialist. Black Glove Mysteries podcast he does with Greg and Mortis. So yeah, do you is there anything you want to promote before we start, Ian?
Well, really it would just be that Black Glove Mysteries, which is part of Land of the Creeps. Greg and I do a show that comes out every other Friday on YouTube and on basically any podcast platform of your choice, really. The next episode we're doing will be wrapping up Forgotten Gialli Volume 5, looking at I think it's 9 guests for a crime. And then to go with that, we're going to do another Ferdinando Baldi film, which is his spaghetti western Blind Man.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
By the way, if y'all want to check it out, their podcast is on Spotify. That's what I have linked in the description. So check it out. They got some good stuff going on, man, over there.
And I think you've got your own website as well, haven't you, Ian?
Yeah, I do. I haven't been active on there in a little while, but I do have a blog spot that's just the good, the bad, and the macabre.blogspot.com.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, these 3 films, pretty much Ian picked them, and we're going back at least like a couple of months ago, 2-3 months ago, where we arranged to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And he's delivered again, to be honest, which, we'll come on to when we talk about all the films. But I had a lot of fun this week with these 3. I think they're really good examples, actually.
Yeah, you can see the versatility of Merenda, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you think about it, he kind of opened my eyes up in a way when we covered a film called Hotel Fear. And if you think about it, when he's in Torso, but he doesn't have a lot to do. He's just, you can't really see his acting ability in that film. But then Hotel Fear, he plays this absolute scumbag.
He's like this Bigelow type character, right?
Yeah. And each of these 3 films,
and shit.
There's a bit of icky violence in that as well. But
man,
these 3 like roles completely different. And he nails it, doesn't he? He completely nails it in all three, which we'll come on to. But I don't know if you want to quickly go through the comments. I think people are just saying what's up and what have you.
We got Pope, the U.S. Pap smear. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? Nice to see you back, man.
Yeah. Scooter Gypsy official. What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up, man?
Glad to have you here. Welcome to the panel of pain. Old Texas is here.
This would not be the same without Texas being in the chat, man.
Texas always here.
He's always there, man. Yeah. Big supporter of the channel.
Oh yeah.
And Greg's just popped in as well. What's up, man? Just
Greg Mortis was talking
about your podcast and that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, Texas, they do quite a bit of watch-alongs and stuff like that. Check out his channel, man. Texas.
Yeah. So. Definitely go over like Greg Mortis' channel as well.
Absolutely.
He's
got a channel as well, Greg Mortis.
Yeah.
Got the Twisted Temperatures. Awesome. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a new name, isn't it? I think as well.
Is that
she is Greg's wife. She's with
right.
She's
okay. Yeah, we've seen her before. I think. Yeah.
Good deal.
But so we're talking about Luke Merenda tonight. I don't know. Did you prepare anything on his actual facts on himself? And
well, I did think about reading maybe a little bit from Italian crime filmography. I have the page here because
he goes over
like all the actors, in the stars in the back of the appendix. It says, quote, "I was a rebel, and when I was 18, I realized that everything my wonderful parents taught me was wrong. Then life taught me I was the one who was wrong." Quote, quipped Luke Merenda in an interview, recalling his experience in the movie business. One of the greatest stars of Italian genre cinema in the 1970s was a Frenchman, even though of Italian descent on the part of his grandfather. Born in a village near Paris, Luc Charles Olivier Merenda lived a wild and fast life, as his passion for cars proves. He also displayed a strong, often rebellious temper, which perhaps alienated him from the producers on more than one occasion. As a child, Luke lived in Morocco, China, Japan, and Africa before returning to Paris, where he trained in French boxing. You kind of see that in some of his films, actually. In order to enroll at Columbia University, Luke eventually ended up in America, where he started a career in modeling. His handsome appearance and magnetic presence soon brought him many film offers, including an amusing encounter in a Parisian street with Mark Allegret, who offered him a role on the spot, which Merenda, who was thoroughly uninterested in becoming a film actor, promptly refused. Merenda's film debut was in 1970 in Pierre Calfon's OSS 117, Pren de Vacances, not good with French stuff. Calfon asked me, "Do you speak English?" "Yes." "Can you fight?" "I am a French boxing champion." "Can you drive?" "I do races." "Can you act too?" "Well, not really, but I can make up for it with all the rest." So I signed a contract for 5 films. However, even though he was not and would never be a Laurence Olivier of sorts, Luke's career soon took off, as he was in Le Mans with Steve McQueen and in Terrence Young's bizarre Western Red Sun in 1971, playing alongside a Paris de Troyes, which included Charles Bronson, Ursula Andress, Alain Delon, and Toshiro Mifune. Then it was time to move to Italy. According to Merenda, it was a pasta dish he ate that made him decide that Italy was his promised land. His first Italian films were a Western/comedy, Man Called Amen, in 1973, directed by stuntman Alfio Caltabiano, which was a surprise hit, and then the Zudi Araya vehicle, Le Ragazza Fiori Restrada. Luciano Martino had Merenda sign a contract for 3 films, starring with the Violent Professionals in 1973, his first poliziesco, in the film that made him a star. Even though his most popular roles were in crime films, Merenda also took part in Sergio Martino's excellent giallo Torso. Il Servizio Segreto di Uside, which is silent action, where he reenacted the death of Commissioner Calabrese, while Gambling City was an unfortunate attempt, I disagree, at playing a more romantic role than usual. Merenda also worked with Stelvio Massi on a couple films which are not among the actor's favorites. on the set of Destruction Force, he suffered an accident which caused him lots of bad consequences, both physically and professionally. During a fight scene with Franco Chidi, Merenda, who had to perform a stunt while having his hands handcuffed in his back, fell badly and injured a couple of vertebrae. He subsequently sued the producer, Gianfranco Cudadinian. He won, but he subsequently found it increasingly difficult to get screen roles. Merenda also starred in 3 films directed by Fernando de Leo. Quote, I don't remember our first encounter, but I immediately liked him, unquote. Merenda recalls, I met him in his office on Via del Corso, saw his face and appearance and thought, this man is cool. Fernando could have done much more, but he just didn't feel the need to. He was a very intelligent man, always with his head in the clouds, thinking about his books. Of the 3 picks de Leo and Merenda made together, Shoot First, Die Later was by far the most successful, and it allowed the filmmaker to give his star an interesting, thought-provoking role as a corrupt cop who is literally the reversal of Merenda's star-making role in The Violent Professionals. With the decline of the Poliziottesco, Merenda's star began to fade as well. He also made some unwise career moves while trying to get rid of his typecast image. For Francesco Barilli's grim World War II drama Pensione Pora, where he played a slimy, repellent gigolo, was an undeserved flop due to the distributor's bankruptcy, and Aristi Massachese's Tough to Kill, a mercenary tale set in Africa and based on a script by Sergio Donati, was another ill-fated attempt at a change of pace. The script was wonderful. A few years earlier, it had been even offered to Dolan. The director, Joe D'Amato, whom I didn't know was not really a director, but the product was nice. We shot it in Santo Domingo, and I realized we were not shooting the script I loved. It was like Shakespeare and Dante being read by someone who just didn't get it. In that same period, a couple of minor poliziotteschi starred in Franco Prosperi's Deadly Chase and Guido Zerli's Target, only underlined Merenda's quick commercial decline. Massimo Piri's terrorist drama, Could It Happen Here, was a totally different story, a script Merenda loved, in which his opinion was partially ruined by Piri's shortcomings and the producer's interference, which resulted in the original cut being drastically altered. The actor also felt unsatisfied with the kind of films he was regularly working in. Tinto Brass's Action, which Merenda also co-produced in 1980, was a great opportunity to provoke fun in his own image and do something different. The result was possibly Brass's best film to date and allowed Merenda to do something he had scarcely done earlier, act. However, after Action, Merenda's career stagnated. He spent the last 10 years in Italy playing secondary roles in comedies where he spoofed his macho image, most memorably in Super Fantozzi, when he played Adam alongside Paolo Villaggio as Fantozzi. In the end, Luke Merenda took a radical decision, abandoning the movie business and becoming an antiquarian in Paris, where he had only sporadically abandoned. His last role was opposite Jennifer Beals in Sam Fuller's TV movie Tinkling, Les Madone et le Dragon, followed 17 years later by a brief cameo in Eli Roth's Hostel Part 2, where in a tongue-in-cheek homage to his career, he plays an Italian detective. It's a decision Merenda does not regret at all, as he stays true to his own temper and creed. Quote, there's too many people who try to rip you off, while I've always stayed sincere, he commented. I lost so many films, so many contracts because I just don't accept any compromise. That's the end of it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He's got such a fascinating kind of career behind him. Films wise, the ones you like, even the ones you kind of didn't mention there, I'm interested in. He did one called The Last Round. I think it's a Fernando de Leo, is it?
Might be,
but there's that Puzzle I've seen, which I really like. I think that's
Puzzle is really good.
Yeah,
Tazzari in it, Lucio Tazzari's 1974 Giallo. Silent Action we mentioned before we come on air.
Another Martino.
We've got to do that kind of next, maybe.
Yeah, I actually got that on a Region B Blu-ray. I can't remember who made it. Celluloid Dreams, maybe, or one of those type of companies. I'm not sure, but I did buy it kind of on a whim at one point just to see what it was like, and I remember really enjoying it. Basically, also to add the Martino collection because I own like 20 of Martino's films now.
Oh, nice, man!
Nice.
Yeah, no one ever talks about Silent Action.
I
didn't even know it was a Martino film until fairly recently.
Yeah, until I started digging into this, and then I was like, "What the hell? This is one that slipped past me somehow," But
yeah,
well, and
probably
yet
to do
again,
with the releases as well. It's not like you say, it has an adequate release.
yeah, and yet again, it's yet another different kind of role for him because that one is more of like a conspiracy sort of political movie, like a lot of times you would see in the 70s movies like, you know, The Parallax View or All the President's Men or something like that. It's kind of closer to a movie like that. I mean, it still definitely has its Eurocrime stuff with the chases and the fights and the shootouts, but it is more of one of those kind of movies. So every time he did a crime movie, he was kind of doing something different, whether it was in Shoot First, Die Later, he's playing a much more corrupt cop. In
right,
The Violent Professionals, he's playing sort of a more fascistic
he's kind of
cop.
out for vengeance, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and going undercover, and then
right.
in why am I getting confused?
Gambling City.
Gambling City. Yes, he's
Yeah.
playing more of a con man and a gambler. So
which is kind of a take off of The Sting from 1973, right?
Well, I can imagine those films were probably popular in Italy at the time as well. I mean,
Right.
anytime they could try to emulate something, they would always do it. Whether it was, you know, some of their first cop films were basically taking off of The French Connection and Dirty Harry, and you could see it in a movie like The Violent Professionals, and then you know, around the mid 70s, the vigilante stuff got popular. So that's when films like Street Law and
Death Wish,
there's another one,
was,
Manhunt.
yeah.
Manhunt with Henry Silva was another one. Or
that's another one I want to see.
Yeah. Manhunt in the
Manhunt's
City,
awesome.
specifically.
Yeah.
Manhunt in the City. Manhunt with the Fernando de Leo Manhunt is a different movie. That's also the Italian connection. But there's Manhunt in the City that Umberto Lenzi did with Henry Silva, where Henry Silva plays a vigilante trying to get revenge for his daughter who was killed in an explosion. So
it's so similar to Death Wish. That one.
Yeah.
Right. So talking about The Violent Professionals, this is kind of out of the three was the more well known. That I heard quite a bit about this one.
We got Justin Marino in here.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, nice to have you
back.
back.
I'm a big fan of the Policio Teskey, man. So
he is, and the Giallo. Yeah.
How's everyone? What's going on? We're doing good, man.
Doing fine.
Luke Merenda is super underrated. Yeah, I think so.
Definitely is after watching these three.
Yeah, I just what you said. These three films are great. I wish he had come out more in Torso. Yeah. Red the Dawn. Thought I still my Fortress film from 1985, but now it's gone. Still had his Fortress film.
I've seen that film. I've seen that one.
Okay. All right. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the police task. No, I'm not going to go too much into it, but they really come off a time where I think the westerns were all the rage, weren't they? Right up until
also
the late 60s.
Late 60s, then they declined, and then the Giallo kind of took over as the favorite genre for a little while, and then the crime films sort of came after that. It was like anytime something started to decline, they would move right into something else. The Giallo it followed a similar but different trajectory to the slasher film in America, where there was like 1 year where they just released so many of them and it just oversaturated the market. Like specifically, I think in 1972, they just made so many of them. And I think they blew their load on those rather quickly in terms of how quickly people would want to move on to something else. And the crime film, this is one of the reasons this movie was actually one of the big ones that kind of made it take over in 1973. This movie made, and I'm not that great with conversions or whatever, but I know it made well over $1 billion lira. So it definitely was a hit. Whereas, because if you look at other films' grosses, some of them don't even make $1 billion lira. And that's when you know, okay, it may not have even, it may have been somewhat a success, but anytime it makes over $1 billion, that usually tells you, okay, it did pretty well for its time.
It made $1 million US or whatever. Or at least in the millions or whatever.
Yeah. Not, the conversion rate is really bad from what I know, but
But yeah, let's go into this one. So this one, 1973 film, directed by Sergio Martino. Again, such a great kind of filmography. You know, you got The Strange Voice of Mrs. Ward, All the Colors of the Dark, Case of the Scorpion's Tail, which I don't kind of like as much as the others. But the big one for me, and I know Dirk I presume yourself, Ian, as well. Is Your Voices a Locked Room? I think that's kind of his.
That's my favorite Giallo.
All the Colors of the Dark is my favorite of his.
Well, my favorite Giallo period is Your Vice is a Locked Room.
I do like Your Vice is a Locked Room. I mean, the thing with Sergio Martino is he's probably my fourth favorite director individually. I'd have him. It would go Sergio Leone 1, Dario Argento, or no, sorry, Lucio Fulci 2, then Dario Argento 3rd, but Sergio Martino right behind those 3. And that's that's a good spot to have him. But I would also say he probably was one of the most versatile Italian directors, and even up until the late 80s was giving people really entertaining films. You look at some of the stuff he even did around that time, like American Rickshaw is a pretty entertaining movie if you've ever seen that.
I love that film, man. I'm constantly championing that film, ain't I, Darren? I'm telling people y'all gotta see this shit.
That's a fun one. I'm so happy Cauldron Films released it. There's like a couple. There were a couple others even into the early 90s that he did that I think are fun. I can't remember what one of them's called, but one of them has like Daniel Green and Brent Huff. And it almost reminds me of the Uncharted video games. Like a guy's, he's like investigating some treasure in like in somewhere in like Central America or something. That one was pretty cool. So he was always he even made like a Casablanca Express, which is like a World War II film on like a train or something towards the end of the 80s. And I'm hoping someone like Cauldron or Severin will give that a release eventually. The Opponent was another one he did, like a boxing one. So he was always, even up until the late 80s, I think he was still giving people pretty entertaining stuff. The only film I've seen of his that I didn't really enjoy, truth be told, was like the sequel to Case of the Scorpion's Tail, whatever that one was.
That was
With Two Tails.
Yeah, that I did not particularly enjoy.
Me and Dirk covered that.
Yeah,
and we absolutely hated it.
It's pretty bad.
It's really lousy compared to the rest of his filmography, but pretty much anything else he did, and he would always find another signature actor to latch onto. First it was Edwidge Fenwick and Anita Strindberg and George Hilton. Then he kind of moved on to having Luke Merenda in a lot of his films. He had Barbara Bach in at least one of them, Island of the Fisherman, maybe. Claudio Casanelli was the other guy I was thinking of.
Man,
he was in a lot of his films.
His life was taken too short, man. He would have went on I think he would have went on to a big.
He could have gone
international
level.
Superstar,
I actually think Martino directed my favorite of the Italian post-apocalyptic films, which is Hands of Steel. I like that film a lot.
That's the film he died on,
He died in a helicopter, right?
Helicopter crash,
Well, and what's funny, what's interesting too, is John Saxon was supposed to be in that helicopter, but because of union rules or something, he couldn't be in it at the time. So
that's right. I mean, I even like his 90s stuff. I like Mozart is a Murderer. I think is a highly underrated channel.
Yeah, we covered that.
It's got like a TV feel, but I really like it. Private Crimes is
awesome
TV series.
Yeah,
there's a little bit of filler in it, but for the most part, it's pretty consistent.
It's like good. 6 hours, and I was captivated all the way through every episode. I think it's like 4 episodes, isn't it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I wouldn't mind going revisiting it, and I don't revisit a lot of shows like that. Martino's still making his rounds though. He's still making his public appearances.
He looks good. I've seen interviews with him up until like last year, and
he seems to be really accessible for interviews. Anytime he gets a new release, there's always an interview with him on the Blu-ray or whatever.
He was,
and his English isn't that bad, actually, is it?
No.
He does do interviews in English now and again.
In 2024, he was he made an appearance at Chicago's Music Box Theater, going over his career, and in a special Giallo series they did, Academia Giallo, it's called Kicking the Seat. It's a long form interview, so
that's on YouTube. I've seen that.
Yeah,
he's really good. Yeah,
and he recently spoke about Luke Merenda. Called him the perfect Poliziotteschi lead. He has the charisma, very professional, very reliable, intense, needed hardly any direction. He had a great balance of being tough and vulnerable. especially in The Violent Professional. You see it when he's, people somebody that he's really close to, dies pretty early. But no,
I mean, we are. I don't know how you guys feel, but I definitely want to kind of do like pretty much give spoilers on the last film, because I think that's really interesting. The way it concludes. But
Which order are we going in?
We're going normal order. We start with Violent Professionals, end with Gambling City.
Okay. We got the year. Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, we can spoil all three. It's not a problem, Okay. If anyone's watching this and they don't want the film spoiled, obviously go give them a watch and then come back to us a bit later down the line. Because I feel all the talking points and everything, it's going to be a great conversation, each and every one of these.
But Merenda praised Martino as well, man. He said he let him improvise, let him be creative, like what he wanted to do. He didn't really fuss too much on that kind of stuff. But I mean, well enough that he did 3 films? They did more. I don't know. He did 3 crime films with him at least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did a lot more, I think. Yeah.
Well, he did.
Did 3 crime films.
Silent Action, Violent Professionals,
Gambling
City, and then he worked with them on Torso. I think those are the 4.
Okay, I thought he did a little bit more, but no, what a 4 films as well to be involved in. This is written by Ernesto Gastaldi.
Yeah,
which we've spoken about.
Prolific screenwriter.
Man,
I think he's my favorite, to be honest, out of all of them.
He's up there. He's got to be up there with the likes of
Dardano Sacchetti, and
I would put him over Sacchetti personally, but that's just me.
I would say it's a close call, really.
I would have to really
kind of successful films.
I have sat down and thought about it, and it's got to be Gastaldi for me. I don't know, man. I just over his body of work, over everything is phenomenal, man. And I love how it's funny when you listen to him in interviews, because he's always, any chance he gets, he's always talking about how illogical Argento is.
Yes, I noticed that too in some of his interviews.
And it's like,
whenever he does interviews,
he's really got it in for Argento.
Yeah,
that guy's in his 90s now, I believe, and he's still active on Facebook.
Yeah.
Is he still around? I didn't think he was still around, but
I thought he was. Yeah. I even spoke to him.
If you reach out to him, I think he'll accept your friend.
He did. He answered back to me. I think we were doing a stream on Torso. I probably told this story before, but I asked him a little bit about it, and he come back and he told me about the whole key in the door and all that situation.
Yeah.
And how that come about. That was a real life event with his brother, I believe. But yeah, just touching upon cinematographer as well. You got Giancarlo Verando. He was well known for doing.
Let me speak on Ernesto real quick.
Go on.
I just wanted to say, he said that this film in particular, Violent Professionals, was one of his favorite films that he ever did, that he wrote for Martino. And he praised it. He said that it's more realistic. It's has that melancholy, atmospheric kind of vibe. He prefers this type of Poliziottesco versus Almost Human. That he considers that.
Yeah,
he considers that more nihilistic, and this is more realistic or whatever. But no, man.
Do you see his filmography is insane? I know I've got a list of them in front of me.
He even directed a few films. Libido.
Yeah, he did Libido.
Libido
is a good film.
Yeah. But just his writing credits alone, you've got The Killer Is Among Us,
right,
which I love. Obviously, Almost Human is my favorite crime film, but he did All Colors of the Dark. I don't want to go. I could just go on and on.
Vice,
Forbidden Photos, Your Vice.
Yeah.
Sweet Body of Deborah. He even did the early stuff like The Possessed and Murder Clinic. I don't want to leave any of the big ones out, but Savage Free is one I really love a lot as well. Just insane, just completely insane. He's, the death walks on high heels as well. And
he also said that Luciano Martino asked him to waive his upfront fees and he'd give him a percentage of what the film's made for 5 years, and he did, and it paid off. Like he made.
That's probably the best deal.
Yeah, he made a ton of money doing that shit. He's like, I'm glad I did it. So but
Luciano was Sergio's brother, of course, wasn't he? And he was a big producer at the time. But yeah, like I say, the cinematographer Giancarlo Verando, he did a lot of the Giallo films of Martino. Suspicious Death of a Minor is another one I think is highly underrated. But he did Silent Action, he did all the colors of that, Your Voice, and that. Music wise, so you've got the De Angelis brothers.
Yep.
Very well known kind of brothers at the time, composers. They did
that's what hits you right out the gate when you first start watching this film. To me,
love the
that
theme.
score just right
that theme is very memorable. They were always good at coming up with stuff like that. Sometimes they would use vocals in it. This time they didn't do that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, once that theme kicks in early on.
I mean, they got some iconic films that they worked on. I mean, Torso, High Crime, Street Law,
Big Racket, I think.
Blade in the Dark, you know. I mean, what
Keoma.
else? And then they come out with their own music too, did albums and shit. You know?
Oliver Onions. Yeah.
They got a very kind of unique sound as well. You know it's them when you hear this, you hear them on the same track.
No, Bud and Terrence Hill, Bud Spencer, Terrence Hill films. I haven't seen many of those. Have you?
I have seen a few of them. I've seen I've seen Odds and Evens, Watch Out We're Mad. I've seen something like Where There's a Friend, There's a Treasure, or something. I can't remember the exact title of that like that, but I've seen a few of them, and I usually end up liking them all. I think some of the humor doesn't always translate to the English dub as well as it should, but most of the time I find them pretty amusing. They're they're a fun duo for sure, those two together. And I've seen some of the westerns they did as well, but if you're talking like the comedy films from the 70s and 80s, I think I've seen like probably 4 or 5 of them.
Okay. Yeah, they got that funky ass bass line going.
Yeah.
with like a clavinet and all kind of, it's like prog rock in a way too. But
it is, and then you've got obviously the Goblin guys come as well a little bit.
But I absolutely love the score, dude. I
do as well. I think
it sticks with you, man. It's just like holy shit.
I think all 3 of the themes, like tonight in the films, all are memorable. I've got them in my head. Do you know what I mean? And for a while, it will be that way. In terms of the cast, this for me personally, I think it's a phenomenal cast in this as well. So you've got Richard Conte. He plays Padulo. And he was in The Boss, another DeLeo film. He was actually in The Godfather, a film me and Dirk covered, I think, on Dead End Driving called Naked Exorcism. Naked Exorcism.
You're talking about Return of the Exorcist?
Yeah. AKA.
He plays a very similar role in a Eurocrime movie I like called Big Guns, also known as Tony Arzenta.
Oh,
I think I recently got that in
with Alain Delon. Radiance released it at one point.
That's right. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, he was also he was in a lot of noir films in the 40s and 50s, including one I've seen called Call Northside 777 with Jimmy Stewart.
Okay, so he's gonna pop up a couple of times tonight, and I was sad that he died like a couple of years after these films as well.
Yeah, I think he had like a stroke or a heart attack or something.
Yeah. I was surprised because he looks, for an elder man, he looked kind of in good shape during these films. Certainly in the fight scenes. I know he's got like a body double, but you can clearly tell. Yeah. He does do some of it, you can see, and it's kind of absurd, and we'll get into that as we go. But you got Silvino Tranquilli, another like massive heavyweight actor of the time. So you've got the Bloodstained Butterfly, my God, Black Belly of Tarantula, the Terror of Dr. Hitchcock, High Crime, Smile Before Death, Manhunt in the City, Death Dealers, So Young, So Lovely, So Vicious. The list goes on with him. Never really, I think, kind of underrated actor of the time, but he always brings a kind of because he's like an elder statesman, I guess you could call him in these. He's not mega old, but he does bring a kind of class to some of these films. You've got Martine Brochard. She plays Maria X. I absolutely love her, man. She's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, it's an odd role. Like,
I remember. Well, she was in Savage 3, right? She's the one who gets the poison cake in Savage 3.
Yes.
Yeah, and then she was. I remember her in Eyeball. As well.
Yeah. Eyeball's the big one where she.
Yeah. That's where I think I first seen her. Was that one?
Then we got. I'll keep going.
Oh no, she was in Murder Obsession's a big one for me as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I absolutely love that, Ricardo Freda. But she did one called The Nun and the Devil I've not seen, which I wouldn't mind watching.
We got to cover some nunsploitation.
We got it planned. We got that planned.
Yeah.
There's one she does star in, which I really like that no one talks about, and it's called No, the Case is Happily Resolved.
Yeah, that's
same year actually, 73.
Isn't Enrico Maria Salerno the star of that one?
Yeah. It's really good. I mean, again, it's another one no one talks about. But just like bit part players in this as well, you've got Luciano Rossi. He plays one of the convicts early on. Carlo Allegirio, I think he plays Nicastro. And he's kind of a well-known face as well. I think he was in Cat and the Nine Tails, I'm thinking. In terms of like down kind of the list, you've got Leah Tanzi, and she plays Pepe's prostitute. She was in Suspicious Death of a Minor. So you can see kind of a correlation.
And she's playing almost like the same role.
Right, yeah, exactly. You've got Carla Mancini as well. She's playing another prostitute. She was in Puzzle, The Killer Must Kill Again, Girl in Room 2A. So, I mean, this has got a really good cast, you know? Right. Just kind of leading us off into the film. I don't know how far you want to go, but...
I did want to say...
before we start, let me catch the comments right quick.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it.
Okay. What were you going to say, Ian? Sorry.
I was going to mention Antonio Cazale as well.
Okay, go ahead.
He's sort of the leader of the convicts, kind of has that rough-looking face. He always played henchman in these films, and actually in silent action, him and Luke Merenda get into a huge fight in that film. So, because he plays a similar role in that one that he does to this.
He pops up, doesn't he, now and again in these.
Well, he's also in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He's the guy with the eye patch in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly that tells Clint Eastwood where the grave is in that movie.
Okay, nice.
All right, Justin Marino says, Policio Teskey is my jam.
I know he's a massive, massive fan.
Yeah, man. He says, I own about 30. Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Breathless isn't considered one, but it's definitely a Eurocrime film. Another similar film that influenced the genre was Les Samurai, starring Alain Delon.
I've not heard of that.
Alain Delon. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. RC Studios, Destruction Force by Stelvio Massi was put out on a German media book from Sinistrange, and it's very entertaining. It's a direct sequel to Freehand for a Tough Cop.
Yeah. I do have the file to that.
Let's see. Adrian James, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up?
However, I recommend watching Destruction Force in Italian with English subtitles, as the dub features an awful dub composed of British voices for some reason.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. The dub on that one is not particularly great. Okay. They didn't have the usual people they definitely didn't have the same people that they have in this dub. So,
right. Yeah. Okay.
And Justin's saying Delon did Tony Arzenta.
Yep.
Tony Arzenta. Which is an underrated Policio Teskey.
That movie is awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't wait to watch that one as well.
RC Studios, which versions do you guys prefer watching these movies? I've noticed the Italian version, the Violent Professionals from 88 Films, has a better transfer than the dub. I got
the Code Red. Oh yeah.
I got the Code Red, and I watched it in English and in Italian. I prefer watching it in Italian, I think.
Yeah.
Versus the dub, the English dub. I mean, it drives me crazy.
I mean, I prefer the English dubs, but the only reason I say that is because I that's how I first started watching these films, and I have like an ability to recognize who all the people are. I have a segment on Black Love Mysteries where I name who the English dubbers are for the movies normally. So
okay,
because I've seen so many, heard the voices so many times, and I know most of the names that I can say what the names are for most of them. So
right.
Oh yeah, like the one guy in one of these films is literally plays the cop's voice in New York Ripper, and he's just
that would be that's Ed Mannix. Yeah,
okay,
Ed Mannix.
yeah.
He dubbed Raymond Pellegrin in Shoot First Die Later.
Yeah. Very distinctive voices.
The reason I go through the Italian though, I will watch it in both, but I try to do it because sometimes the story can change a little bit. Like,
right. Well, especially with these films, because I think when they made these films, they didn't necessarily like they couldn't translate some of the Italian politics very well to the English stuff. So I think they definitely did it for these films in particular. For the Giallos, I don't think you're going to miss as much, but for these, I do think it changes a bit. Like especially if you watch something like Caliber 9 and the conversations between Frank Wolf and Luigi Bastilli are very, very different. Compared to which dub you're watching, because in the Italian version, they're just way more focused on the politics of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or like Blade in the Dark is one where.
Some of that for that movie is insane.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you want to sit there baking like a frog in the sun or something. You're like, what the hell are you talking about?
One line that I always think of is the part which I think it's Ani Papa says, she's like, "This is all the whiskey you possess."
Yeah. Save the tea and yogurt for breakfast.
They give like a different vibe, don't they? Completely different vibe.
It's a different vibe, man. Yeah, it really is. But it's cool both ways, man. So
I always like watch them in English if I can when I'm doing notes, and then I'll go back. Then second time, definitely watch it in Italian.
Right. Let's see. RC Studio said. Oh wait. Justin says Martino is one of the great directors from this era. I agree.
Yeah.
Castellari, DeLeo, and Lindsay are my top directors from the Poliziotteschi subgenre.
That's tough.
Yeah,
they would be the three.
The best though.
That's the big three for sure.
Because I was thinking Lindsay, but DeLeo. Now I've been watching this film.
I think Castellari's my favorite person.
Oh shit!
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Castellari's. I mean, you can't argue with any of those.
There's not much in it. There's not much in it.
I do think
one guy I would like to give a little more shine to is Stelvio Massi. He directed a lot of these films, and most of them are pretty good. So
yeah, definitely very underrated.
I love Lindsay's films as well.
I feel like that this is Lindsay's strongest genre, though.
It is.
Twisted Temptress. The scores are great. I agree.
Yeah.
Red the Dawn. Would you consider Tearing the Isles one of the best anthologies ever, or just a great documentary?
It's more like a Is it like a trailer reel? I think more than anything else.
With Donald Pleasance and
Nancy Allen.
Nancy
Allen. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I watched it not too long ago. It's kind of, I don't know. It just didn't hit me the same, But
no, it plays differently back in the 80s when you want to see
the internet
films out. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. Let's see. RC Studios Ferruccio Amendola is pretty much the Italian dubber for every Thomas Milian crime movie in Italian. I still like hearing the dub for Freehand for a Tough Cop just to hear Henry Silva in English. And Tomas Milian did his own too, didn't he? I believe.
Not his own dubbing for those films. No.
Okay.
He knew I think he would come up with his own dialogue, but he would come up with his own dialogue, especially for the Nico Giraldi films, because it was done in a particular kind of Roman slang. But I think he had someone do the dubbing for him because his accent didn't quite fit it, because he was Cuban and he had a certain type of accent when he spoke Italian.
Okay. Maybe
you're actually more likely to find him dubbing his own voice in English probably than you are in Italian, I would say.
Right. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, I think he butted heads with Lindsay on one film. Lindsay wouldn't let him do it or some shit. I don't know.
But I don't know if it was that, but it was on Brothers Till We Die where they started not getting along particularly well. Because Milian was just doing so much improvisation, and he was Lindsay probably just got tired of how much time he was eating up. Truth be told, more than anything else.
Right.
They hated each other on that film. But the thing is, it was kind of weird because they hated each other, but they both knew that they could do some of their best work off each other, if you know what I mean.
They needed each other, basically.
Yeah, they kind of needed each other more than anything else. But
Castellari did better films. Yeah.
It's close, man, between all three. I slightly favored the Leo maybe Lindsay, but I've not seen everything, so
yeah. I mean, it's hard, really. Like, really. His body of work in the subgenre. Let's see. I love DeLeo. He fell off quicker.
I'd like to have seen DeLeo do more Giallo films. I know we did Slaughter Hotel, which is kind of a really
that one is
crazy Klaus Kinski film.
He kind of the thing is he fell off notably because after he was done in this genre, he really didn't do much else. There's a movie I have that he did in the 80s that's like a war film, and it's bad. I can't remember what it's called, but I own it, and it is not good. And I remember liking it had like Woody Strode and some good people in it, but it just was not a good movie.
The one I do like that we were talking about earlier is Naked Violence. I think that's more kind of like a Giallo film in a way for me.
Yeah, it is. It's closer to that. Yeah,
closer. Yeah, and I suppose Slaughter Hotel you would probably call it more of a slasher film than anything
exploitation.
Giallo. Yeah, it's sleazy as hell. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was Albineri naked throughout.
Yeah, she's a nymphomaniac, which is always great. Yeah,
can't go wrong with that. But do you want to finish off the comments, Dirk? I think there's a few more.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. He was the dubber for the Nico Giraldi movies. Surprised you mentioned those. They're pretty elusive here in the States.
Yeah, I'm hoping they get a release over here eventually. I've seen a few of them, but it's like, those are definitely, they just haven't gotten a good release here. And I'm hoping someone takes a chance on them eventually because, it's Tomas Milian, it's Eurocrime. Someone will buy them if someone gets a chance.
Definitely.
A lot of them have been restored overseas by other companies, by like media. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a German label. And a lot of them have gotten remastering from that and have gotten releases, but they've never really gotten ones over here.
As long as it's not Rusty Blade, I'll buy it.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's the Killer Must Kill Again. That's the worst.
Oh man, yeah, I was pissed off.
Print or AI job they've ever done. I think. Yeah.
Sergio Salima is an underrated director in this subgenre. Okay.
See, I've heard of his name because I've read the books.
The only one I know of that he did in this is no, he did two at least because he did Revolver. And he did Revolver, and he did Violent City with Charlie Bronson.
Yeah,
so
City
that's what I want to see. Yeah. Revolver is a great film. Like Oliver Reed, I think. Yeah, Oliver
Reed and Fabio Testi. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they play off each other great in that film. But yeah, let's we'll go through the film as far as we can go. Spoilers, because like I mentioned, there will be spoilers, but it opens up, right? So you've got the theme music, absolutely outstanding.
I'll tell you something. You're sick.
Shit.
Would you do? I thought you were going to do the spoiler one now.
Oh, I can't find it, so I did.
I was just wondering what that was.
I was like, "What the fuck, man?" But yeah, so you've got Giorgio Canaparo, who played by Luke Miranda, and he's driving through the streets of Milan. He's kind of been up all night, and he's kind of just getting in home, after like a busy shift or what have you. But the opening to this film with so you got three criminals, and they're being transported to another prison by train. Luciano Rossi, one of them that I mentioned earlier.
Antonio Casale.
It's such a great scene in it where they kill these guys.
Great opening. for sure.
Yeah, man. They kill these guards, and then they kind of go on the run. One of them gets shot and killed, so you got two of them kind of go on the run in the countryside. But it gets really fucked up because they
it's dark early, man. You're
father
like,
and
you know what you're
daughter,
getting into.
Yeah, it's like,
oh
I mean,
yeah.
Part of me, I didn't remember if the film cut before the scene right before he killed her, but like you know that's what he's about to do either way. You know?
Right.
Oh yeah, when you see a little girl in these films, it never like ends good at all. But no, they go straight for it, like Dirk said, it's straight for the kill.
So
but you've got,
if you're gonna walk out of the theater, do it now. I imagine in 73.
Yeah. I mean, you've got the scene where he kind of puts these two to, he ends up killing the two of them. And it's debated whether it was illegal, the act that he did, because, did the one guy go to reach for his gun or didn't he? That's kind of the question, the moral question. But then he kind of says to himself, I think he has a vision. He remembers the guard mentioning like he's going to retire. And
you hear all these guards talking about their plans for the future and all this shit. You're like, what the hell?
I mean, there's no way. Like, all your sympathy is not with the criminals, put it that way. After seeing that scene with the little girl,
and then you get his boss played by Chris Avram from Bay of Blood. Yeah,
Bay of Blood. Yeah, he turns up. So he plays Del Biono, and he's like 12 months into this investigation. He's looking into like all these bank robberies in northern Italy, and he's trying to like basically he tries to get Cannaparo, to like kind of behave a little bit more and not be so, so fucking nuts, because he's completely nuts in this. He just plays this fucking batshit crazy kind of police officer. But Del Bonio then he's shot in cold blood just out in the street. Obviously there's kind of a link to these, he thinks there's a link to these like bank robberies.
It catches you off guard too, because
it catches
you off guard because the music that's kicking in. You think it's all this happy.
I got that written down. Oh yeah. And you expect like Chris Avram to be in the film for at least a long time, because I guess he was when he was in Killer Reserve 9 Seats as well, wasn't he? Like a year.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah,
but he was kind of well known, obviously, for the Balva film. But you get all that, he ends up getting shot, obviously, and then Cannaparo goes to like his office. He's trying to get clues on why he was shot, and then you get the commissioner Vivanti turns up, played by Silvano Tranquilli. And I think he ends up suspending him, doesn't he, for a bit? And he's like, just take a break, get a suspension letter and all that.
Yeah.
But Cannaparo, he's like, he wants to avenge. He visits Biono's wife and he's asking all these questions for clues. And I think it's like 6 months goes by and like they took a couple of criminals in for questioning, but nothing comes about it. There's literally no leads on the case.
And I imagine that's
go on. Sorry, Dirk. Go on.
I'd imagine that's true to the time too. What was going on?
Well, the years of lead,
years of lead and shit.
Yeah. Some of the parts in this, so you've got like the goofy music with the prostitute scene. It's like jarring a little bit.
Yeah. We forgot to mention Giancarlo Ferrando, the cinematographer.
Yeah. We did. We touched upon him a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We did, yeah.
But if you got any more, Dirk, go for it.
Well, Troll 2, man. Troll 2 didn't get mentioned. So.
Says it all. Okay. Yeah, that says it all. But no, that prostitute scene always makes you laugh. Because he picks one up, doesn't he? He picks one up. She's like a redheaded girl played by Leah Tanzi. She got like a pimp called Pepe. And that's a fucking
kind of weird
as well.
A little bit.
Yeah, he just shows up and he wants to know where his girl's been, obviously, and all that. But then they have this fucking fight that goes on literally in the street.
He's just like pimp.
Is it a fight or it's just one way? It's just a one way kind of thing. Because he pulls a knife out, doesn't he, on Cannaparo? Oh yeah, you've got the scene as well where he goes to see this fisherman, and it's a fucking bizarre scene as well.
Yeah.
When he puts them in the water and drags him out by the net. Yeah.
Yeah, and this fisherman's like shouting out, "He's killing me! He's killing me!" And I'm drowning! I'm drowning! It's just so bizarre, man. And he gives him the nickname of like Fish Head as well. But he offers him like 20%, doesn't he, of the action to, to let him kind of get clues on what's going on and all that. The pool hall scene you got to mention as well, man.
Yeah,
such a great fight scene. But he ends up fighting these criminals, and he actually chucks one down a bowling alley.
Yeah, down like a bowling lane.
Yeah, into all the.
He does I think he does something similar in Gambling City too, where someone's like trying to hold him up, and he kicks both of them with his feet.
He does. Yeah. Yes, like choreographed and like brilliant in all three of these. We first get to see Padula then, Richie Conte's character, and he turns up, he plays pool. And he kind of lets him off his debt, or he plays for his debt. But he's got this saying throughout the whole film, and he's like, "They're flying low, they're flying low." He keeps saying it all the time.
Yeah, they're flying real low.
They're flying real low, and it kind of becomes between the two of them this kind of go back and forth type thing.
There's some good dialogue, like in this film.
Oh yeah.
When she says, Maria X says something about her tears. I can't remember what she said. She said her eyes are always watering when she's crying at one moment. She's like this strung out dope whore kind of.
Yeah, she's very sad character. Yeah,
it's crazy.
She kind of comes into it. She's the girlfriend of one of the hoodlums in the gang. And she's in the pool hall, and I think he steals a car at one point, doesn't he?
They don't say, but I'm guessing she's on heroin or something. I don't know.
Well, they take it back. Like, he takes it back to the house, doesn't he? And it's like all these kind of hippies, and they're having sex and all drugged out.
Remind me of Torso.
I've
seen it.
Yeah, he's like,
very similar.
She says something like, "This is the place where I choose to get screwed," or something.
Right? Yeah, he's like, "I ain't doing this shit."
Oh yeah, and they kind of hit it off, don't they? After a while, but I think Padula then is like following him as well. Like two of the heavies are like following him back, and he gets. Padula gets all his gang together and they're preparing for this job. Bruno Carazzea, he's in this as well. He turns up in all these kind of crime films at one point. But they're attempting to do this big bank job. Cannaparo tells the cops, like, you got that great scene with the radio in the shop where he just fucking tunes in this radio and he's pretending he's going to buy it. And then he radios all these cops to tell them that the fucking bank job's going on. It's just great.
And that's when it kicks into like, you definitely see the French Connection influence, right? Like, the bumper cars. I call it bumper car micro machines. That's what it looks like.
I'm ashamed to say I've still not seen the French Connection, which is mad. I know. Yeah. We need to do that at one point.
Yeah, clear that one up. But, that'd be a one-off. Definitely, man.
No, the sequel actually isn't bad. I kind of like it, but
okay, I haven't seen the sequel.
It's not bad.
Oh,
it's got some crazy stunts, man. Like the firebox scene when I think, and the scene where there's a car flipping.
Oh man,
yeah,
he's going real slow to the tree. I mean, it's
And they other movies have reused this footage. Like I think Almost Human actually uses it.
Yep.
Oh wow!
The trailer, man.
Yeah,
I saw that in the trailer where he swerves around something real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, I never picked up on that. I never picked up on that. But yeah, you can see. Yeah, they're all kind of similar things. I think the car chase scene early on as well with the guys in the robbery is great stunt driving and but the cars going into each other and trying to nudge each other off the road.
And bumper cars, man. I'll tell you.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how far you want to go into this, like, but needless to say, like, go on.
I was just gonna say, I mean, that's probably good enough. I mean,
yeah, I mean, if you got any other scenes, I'll look over some of the other scenes towards the end as well. We don't have to give everything, I guess, away. But Cannaparo sees he sees Maria X at the pool hall again, doesn't he? And she's upset that her boyfriend's one of the thugs has been killed because their like car goes off a cliff or something, doesn't it? But yeah, you got the whole thing with Pepe's prostitute as well. she's got like this old man client, which is
he's like a
crazy.
judge, ain't he, or something?
Yeah, he's like higher. Yeah. He's kind of high up. And the two thugs, they show up then, don't they? And they take Cannaparo to Pajulo. And then, like, Cannaparo gives Pajulo a demonstration of his driving. I gotta mention that. What a fucking scene that is, man. I don't know who the stunt driver is, but
it's killer.
And I know that, and I know they speed up the footage, but that stuff is fucking superb. You can see why, like Quentin Tarantino and Death Proof and like got the influence of these films. It is crazy because I was reading Quentin Tarantino. He bumped into Martino at one of these big festivals, and Quentin Tarantino got down on his knees and he started doing that. And Martino was like, "Is he taking the fucking piss or what?" And no, Tarantino clearly like worships fucking Martino's film.
And Castellari as well.
Yeah. And DeLeo as well. And you can see it, the influence in some of the films he's done. But yeah, I love that driving scene, man. He's so impressed straight away. He's like, I want to offer you a job, you know? I want you to be the driver for this gang. And yeah, it's fucking amazing the way this film kind of pans out as well. Because he goes and stays, then he stays with the gang and they're all getting prepared. I think Pajulo says, like, we got a job on. It could be tomorrow. It could be in a month's time. Just be prepared, basically. Yeah, I mean,
I guess that scene where he's making him strip and he's putting him in that room.
Yeah, that's the scene.
For a wire.
Yeah,
right?
Obviously, yeah, for the wire and for if he's got a gun and what have you. But the actual bang job scene is kind of crazy as well because they take out this fucking pregnant woman. They kill this pregnant woman.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if what's his name was inspired by that for Dragged Across Concrete, the director.
Okay, I've not seen that.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
S. Craig Zoller. Yeah,
Zoller. Yep.
I can see there's a similar scene that happens in that movie.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
The only good thing about that scene is that karate guy gets killed, doesn't he? The one who actually shoots the pregnant
woman. That's Bruno Corsari, who was in a lot of these kind of movies. Yeah.
Like
henchman actor who's in a lot of these films.
Very familiar face. Yeah. Once you've seen a lot of these films.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the fisherman ends up getting killed. Canapera then gets Maria X to go to like Vivante's, and he's asking her why her boyfriend is getting involved in all these gang like fucking robberies when apparently he's like rich and well-to-do himself. But you've got the whole Years of Lead thing with the criminals where it was more like they were doing all these crimes to pretty much to like try and bring in a fascist regime where they wanted like unrest in the Italian civilians all the time. And if you look into all that stuff with the Piazza Fontana bombings and all that, that's fascinating stuff.
What is it called? The Red
Brigade. Yeah. They were right and they were left wing kind of fucking criminals. They were politicians and judges. I think a judge got killed or was certainly like kidnapped.
He was a mayor too, right?
Yeah. If you look into it, it's kind of fascinating.
Pretty dark.
Because all these films mirror image what's going on at the time in Italy. But yeah, I don't know. Have you got any other like standout scenes you want to like mention towards the middle end of the film?
I do like one line. I think it might only be in the English dub where he threatens Richard Conte and he says something like, this is after he reveals to him who he is. They get into a big fight and he says something like, I'll cut you up so bad that you'll wish mirrors weren't invented.
Oh yeah, man. That's a great line. That is a great line. Yeah.
Oh yeah. You got Sergio Martino ends up as a cameo role as an ambulance man not driver, but maybe like a medic in this as well.
Didn't we also have the Suspicious Death of a Minor does like the same thing where during the car chase he brings them to the police station?
Yeah. It does. Yeah. You can see like a lot of some of the plot points in all these films kind of, you can see them in all different films. They're kind of like just different storylines pretty much. that Padulo character as well, and he ends up, you know, pretty much dying, then he's like brain dead at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, Canapero's now like literally wanted for his murder as well. But yeah, I mean, that's about as far as we can go, I guess.
Well, at the end, there's like a reveal of who else is involved with it. But
yeah, and it's a big reveal. Did you guys pick up on that during the film? Did you guess that?
Not my first time. No.
I didn't guess it, and it's a very subtle thing where he just all of a sudden says that he's involved with it. Really.
It is, yeah, because at one point this character is really nice to him. He's like, do you know what I mean? He's giving him meals, like food, and his wife seems really nice as well. But yeah, I do like the way this ends without giving it anything away. There's like a great kind of car chase scene towards the end. As well.
In like a gravel pit area, basically.
Yeah, and you've got that theme kicks in as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, such a great film, such a great one to start with tonight as well.
Oh, yeah.
So this was called Milano Trima La Polizia Voglio Giestia. That was the original like Italian title, and it like Milan Trembles, I think is the English translation. Shot in like 35mm Eastman color cinescope. Did we mention the producer? So the producer's Carlo Ponti. And I think he was like the husband of Sophia Loren. Like a very famous, do you know what I mean, actress at the time.
Yeah.
Right. But he was working for Luciano Martino as well for Dania Film. This was given like a VM18 rating, released 22nd of August 1973. And yeah, like Dirk said, this did pretty well, didn't it? Like 1,162,424, or I'd probably get in that wrong. I think it's 1 billion lira, pretty much, just over. Yeah. This is
Gastaldi said that they did make cuts to his script. The distributors made cuts to his script because of the political angle. So I just wondered, like, you know, maybe, you know, we'll never know.
Maybe they went maybe they went a little bit too far at times. I don't know, but they did include that stuff with the little girl, which I like. That's about as far as you can go, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm guessing more on the political side of it. I guess was cut out from.
Yeah, because they didn't want to like give it away, like which political party they were in, like, you know, Sergio Martino was kind of favoring or not. They kind of try and play it in the middle. This one came out, I think, like 10 days after Castellari's High Crime. And this was obviously like a big box office hit as well in Italy at the time. Yeah, I mean, Martino 1973, you can't, you know, that's his prime, isn't it, really? I'd say 71 to about Suspicious Death of a Minor, maybe 75. Yeah. Those are the 4 years that he just doesn't put a foot wrong from what I can see. You know, I'm not seeing everything, but it doesn't put a foot wrong for me.
The only like notable film from that time I haven't seen, which I'm surprised I haven't seen it, is like Arizona Cult Returns. I don't think I've ever watched that one.
I've never seen that one.
That's either. A sketchy Western?
Yeah. No. Yeah, I haven't even seen the first one, so he didn't even make the first one. So, and I bet there's like no continuity between them because they never did that with those kind of films, really. But yeah,
right. They probably just did it for recognition of the name. Yeah, people would return to it.
Almost like what they did with all those Django movies. They're putting Django on everything.
Right.
So the main theme, I think, was called Blue Song. And it did have, at one point, it did have like a single release, you know, and they did have like two people singing the lyrics to it as well. But yeah, I think with the thing with the ending, with it, again, I don't want to give it away, but what it was the audience at this point pretty much knew that everything in the system was corrupt. You know, whether it be one, like the bombings are kind of left and right, but the whole fucking system with the judges, everything's corrupt. And the people watching these films knew it as well because of all the shit that was going on. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I would put this up with one like definitely top tier in his kind of filmography. So yeah, I mean, have you guys got anything else you want to mention about the film?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, no, I think we've covered it pretty well, man. I'd say check it out. I definitely think it's a high tier, Policio Tesco, right?
I do, yeah. Right, so we'll come on to like ratings as well, 8 to 10. So
yeah,
go for it.
Okay, for me, I'll just say straight up, it's probably like a 8 out of 10. You know.
Okay. What about you, Ian?
8 as well.
Same.
Yeah,
I'm the same. It's so hard. These 3 films, like, I've got my favorite, and it's not this one, but they are so fucking close, all 3. On a different day of the week, it could be this one, you know.
But Luke
surprisingly,
Merenda, man, I mean, I haven't seen as many films as I need to see of his, but I gotta say, man, he's right there with Thomas Million. I believe, like, as far as his skill, you know, but
his range, like, because you don't really see his range, do you, in Torso or some
I'm just
films,
saying, he can do quite a bit that from what I have seen. He's
the only thing they like the best thing that he does in Torso is that drop kick. That drop kick is so amazing.
Oh yeah. And if you notice as well, Martino likes that shot of him fucking just walking down, because he does it in quite a few of his films of like
it looks like
30
something
seconds almost of him just walking.
Looks like something out of a Western almost, you know.
It is, yeah. That's the kind of effect he's going for. But no, this is a kick-ass way to start the stream, I think, this film. But for me, it does get better. And I'll be interested to see how you rank all 3 films. Thumbs up and like all that shit as well.
I'm sorry, but I think this is a crock of shit.
I don't know if there's any more comments you want to read.
Is there? I don't think so.
Oh, there's not. Is there? We caught up?
No, we got Fat Pig the Conqueror. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man? What's up?
Yeah.
Which leads us on to our second film. Shoot First, Die Later.
I don't have the release.
Oh man, you need to get this. You can get this in the sale, actually.
Yeah, but I should have got it from Kino, but I imagine that one's a better release.
This has got a ton
the
of
Radiance
shit on
one's probably better. Yeah.
Kino, they're kind of their transfers are great, but the
got
not a lot of
kind of decent special features in it as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So this
I might have to pick that one up eventually.
Honestly, get this version.
Is that Raro?
Radiant, yeah, but Raro. They kind of go hand in hand together.
Okay, I think Radiance just swallowed Raro or whatever. I don't know. But.
Yeah. Look out for the sale though, because they do that goes on sale for like £8, like UK
shit.
money.
Okay.
So maybe you'll get it for like $10 or whatever.
Nice. I'll check it out. I'll see where.
So
where it is.
Yeah. This is a Fernando De Leo film. Again, such a great director. Slaughter Hotel, Milan Caliber 9.
He did a lot of early uncredited. He collabed with Sergio Leone on Fistful of Dollars.
He did, yeah.
And for a few dollars more, but he's uncredited. Leone actually told him that he should be a scriptwriter, like kind of encouraged him.
Yeah.
Into it. I mean, he's got like my personal favorite of all these films is Caliber 9. Like from him.
Yeah. I remember
of his
liking that.
The Italian Connection, aka Manhunt, would be my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Caliber 9 is my favorite Policio Teschi too. So I don't know. Just
that's a solid one.
I need to watch Blood and Diamonds because I actually haven't watched that one yet.
That's another one it's on my radar. He did a strange film called To Be 20, which is got like a really
that film's
outrageous ending.
Yeah.
To that. One I've always wanted to see, I don't know if you guys have seen it, called Madness in 1980.
No, I haven't.
I just can't, that DVD or whatever, or is out of print. Really want to watch that one. I think I'm with Ian. Like Italian Connection is probably my favorite, but this is not far behind. This is on a par with Caliber 9 for me, I'd say.
Yeah.
But Dirk's probably right with Caliber 9 because that's everyone puts that like on their number 1 or number 2.
I love it, man. It's
like,
just the score.
Most people have it up there, yeah.
Yeah.
The Mario Adorf kills it, man. You got Barbara Boucher, beautiful as ever. Like, but I'm not gonna go on a tangent about Caliber 9. But
no, check out the stream we did. We did cover that. You know.
Yeah.
So this was written by Fernando De Leo as well. He did the screenplay. Sergio Donetti did the story. Again, kind of an interesting kind of filmography for a few dollars more. 65. Deadly Sweet, which is one I really like.
Come on, Donati.
Yeah.
He you can't leave out Mr. Hercules against Karate, 1973.
Okay. I did leave out funny enough. No, he did Too Beautiful to Die as well.
Tough to Kill by D'Amato, right?
Yeah. So. There's a couple of good ones, right? Like that don't get mentioned. So we did one called Il Mostro in 1977, which I really like a lot. Yeah. Slap the Monster on Page 1, which is a really good one. It's just had the recent like Radiance release as well. That's kind of like a giallo, but it's got kind of giallo and crime kind of elements to it. I really like that one a lot.
I saw that Man on Fire too from 1987, but then it's also the one from 2004 took from a novel of his. The one with Denzel Washington. I haven't seen
I haven't seen the one from that's the Scott Glenn was in that one, but I've seen the Tony Scott Denzel Washington one plenty of times. It's a good movie.
It's a great one. 87 I'd be interested in checking out. He also wrote something like I guess Raw Deal from 86.
He did, yeah.
The Schwarzenegger film?
Yeah.
I can imagine that's probably not all that faithful to the book, but
right.
It's just a guess.
It's based on, I guess, but yeah, man, he's over 70 films though. So it's good.
He's done one in 2000 I've recently bought but I've not seen yet, and it's called Almost Blue. And it's kind of
that's another it's one of those Neo Giallo movies.
It is,
familiar with that Giallo,
yeah.
Once Upon a Time in the West, 1968.
Oh yeah.
Which I still need to get around to that. I got it over here. I got the 4K.
That is the greatest story of vengeance ever told on film, if you ask me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been wanting to check it out, man, for a while now. So I got the 4K.
And we were talking like earlier about shitty kind of giallo films and shitty films in general. Yeah. He did do one called The Weekend Murders, which I don't like. I know a lot of people do.
That's the one that I was thinking of earlier.
The comedy one, yeah.
It is. That's a bad one.
It is fucking.
I think I like The Killer is 113 more than I like that movie.
Oh shit! Well, I've seen somebody that champions the hell out of Weekend Murders, you know. So I don't know.
Well, there might be some people who like that comedic aspect to it, but I just didn't. I did not. It just did not appeal to me.
Right.
It's a British film, and it's like.
Is it kind of like Pupi Avati's All Deceased Except the Dead?
No, it's not that much of a parody, but it is.
Comment. Okay.
It's just got these weird comedy moments, and it's got this fucking well-known like soap opera guy in England. He plays a fucking little kid, and he's about 30, and it's weird. It's not as bad as like Burial Ground, but
not Peter Berg, huh?
No, it's not quite that bad. But he's clearly playing like a 15-year-old.
I love Burial Ground though.
Burial Ground is the fucking tops for me.
Yeah.
It really is. Cinematographers Franco Villa, kind of a well-known guy as well. He did The Italian Connection, of course. Who Killed the Prosecutor and Why? That's like a really underrated giallo from 72. But he also did The Boss. Again, talking of shitty films, Giallo in Venice, 79. Patrick Still Lives, he did in 1980. I know me and Dirk are planning on doing that at some point.
Yeah, we do both the Patrick films.
Maybe the remake as well we were talking about with Stone.
Right.
But Slaughter Hotel was another one of his as well. Music is by, weirdly enough, like Louis Bacalov, who's like an Oscar winner. Again, like he did The Last Round, Madness, Kidnap Syndicate, Loaded Guns, The Boss. So we did a lot of Fernando.
Caliber 9. He worked with us on Caliber 9. Yeah.
Designated Victims, another great one he did.
Summertime Killer is one I'm interested in, though, from '72. I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
is
that always
Chris
comes up.
Mitchum and Olivia Hussey film.
Oh shit! I gotta see it now with Chris Mitchum. Holy shit! Phenomenal.
Apparently, I heard from someone actually that I know that him and Olivia Hussey did not get along. They ended up doing another film together at one point, and Chris, just to be kind of a jerk, made up rumors that she was a lesbian, and apparently it turned out to be true. She was like sleeping with her manager.
Shit.
Yeah,
oh damn!
It was like, yeah.
Oh man, no, I've seen the one we covered from him called Rico the Mean Machine. That put me off.
Yeah.
It's great, Darren.
He plays this fucking karate chopping action type.
He's almost as good as his father, man. Come on.
No, he's not. But I do like Rico the Mean Machine, and I like him in some of the John Wayne films he appeared in as well, in like the late '60s, early '70s. But yeah, he's not as good of an actor as his dad.
Hell no, man.
He cannot act.
I liked him in Faceless as well.
He was in Faceless. Yeah. But yeah, the casting is obviously you've got Luke Miranda back again. He plays Police Commissioner Domicio Malacane. Richard Conte's back again as Nazari.
So is this actually based on a true story? Because it says it is at the beginning of the film.
It says it is, yeah.
I was trying to find out something, but I didn't have as much time as I wish I would have had. But
I might have something about that in my notes when we come on to that.
Okay.
But yeah, the cast wise, so you get Della Brocado plays Sandra. The credits I got down for her are Silent Action, Martino, High Crime, Tentacles, believe it or not.
Tentacles is great, actually, man. Great Jaws ripoff.
I've heard, mixed things on that one.
No,
but she was in Detective Belly as well, which is Ring of Death from '69. That's one I really want to see a lot. I've been reading up on as well. But yeah, it's got an amazing cast as well, really, if you think about it. Some are like lesser known kind of actors, but you've got Raymond Pellegrin who plays Pascal. Fear in the City, Shadows Unseen, that's another good one, man. That's another underrated one, 72. Beatrice Sensi, I know Dirk's a massive fan of that.
Yeah, I want to check out the Freda version of that too, like because his there
is 2 versions in there. Yeah. Bataro Caprioli plays Espito. Is it Espito? Can't pronounce that.
Esposito.
Esposito. That's it. Yeah. And he was in The Boss, Shuby 20, Kidnap Syndicate. So you can see there's all these actors.
They're all working together
with
on
Martino.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The only other one I will say, without going through the whole cast, is Monica Monet plays Barbara, and she was in Spasmo, Umberto Lenzi's Spasmo from '74. But there's a whole list. Like the cast is like Rosario Boreali. You've got another like big one, really, in all these crime films.
Salvo Randoni from My Dear Killer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So an amazing cast. But going into this film, I just want to say, like the opening. So you've got this criminal gang, and they fall out with like their rivals over the smuggling of like cigarettes. There's like a big operation. There's like this big shootout at the start, and the one gang gets kind of fucking the upper hand, and they shooting all these criminals.
They're shooting them in the damn legs, though, right? Like
yeah. I guess that's kind of a code of conduct.
I guess it's just kind of like this is a warning kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it anyway.
Oh yeah, and one of these guys gets killed. So in disposing of one of the bodies, the gang, they kind of leave their Porsche, don't they, in front of this fucking Espirito's house. They block kind of his way in and out of his house, and this guy's weird because he's obsessed with his cats, and he's like,
there's a
fucking.
What's that other film? Is it Mr. Scarface season?
Yeah.
It's more comical, but in this one it works because
Yeah, he's like the third guy in Mr. Scarface who like can't shoot the gun at the end of the movie.
Right. Yeah, it's way over the top comedy in that one, but it kind of works a little better in this one because of what happens. And I think it kind of like makes it more impactful. You know what I mean?
Oh me. Yeah. But go on, sorry.
No, that's all.
All right. When I first saw these 3 films back in the week, I've seen Violent Professionals, and I was kind of favoring this one, to be honest, as being my favorite. But that changed when I watched Gambling City. I will say that. Which I might be in the minority. I think I'm going to probably be in the minority.
No, you may not be.
Okay.
We'll see.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
So, well, what I kind of like of this film is you watch it at first, right? And then there's that big car chase, which I think is probably my favorite of the car chases that are in any of these 3
fantastic.
Films. It's incredible. Yeah. And you think, oh, Luke Merenda is going to play the heroic cop that he played before. And then you're in for a surprise when he meets with all the gangsters in that one scene. And you're like, oh, no, he's got something going on with these guys.
Well, he sets up like this job, doesn't he, with these 2? I think it's Portuguese. They look like Mexicans, but I don't know if there's a difference there.
Right.
And he's sat in the cafe with his girlfriend, and he's like overseeing this robbery that's about to happen at this jewelry store. Him and his kind of partner in crime or what have you, they go after these criminals, like you said, in this big fucking chase after this shootout. Just the way the chase is shot through these narrow kind of Italian streets, it's fucking superb. You got cars crashing everywhere, and one goes in the river, and it's just great way to start. Most of these films start with a big set piece as well, I've noticed. Usually a car chase or a robbery of some kind.
So that's what I forgot to look up. I know it's based on William P. McGivern's novel Rogue Cop.
That's right. Yeah. I've got that written down. It's kind of loosely based, I think, isn't
it? Right, but I just wonder if this was a true story, like if this actually happened, But
I think a lot of these films were, so all the years of alleged crimes that were going on, they were taking a little bit from the Piazza bombing and I mean, the kidnapping and all that. So I think there's a bit of true story in all these.
Right.
So Malakani gets kind of applauded for his work then, There's a subplot with this reporter called Barbara, played by Monica Monet, that doesn't really go anywhere, does it? Do you know what I mean? I know she's got the hots for him and all that, but it doesn't really go anywhere. I don't think that kind of plot, side plot. But his father, so pretty much his father's like, he works, he's like a police, he works in the police. He's never really gone on to big things, has he?
Well, he works in like a smaller precinct or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's by the book, straight.
Exactly.
There's no bullshit with his father. But
I think he's like a sergeant anyway, whereas like Malakani's a lieutenant.
Well, I mean, he's basically becoming the hero on like making deals with these gangsters, right?
Right.
Like, they're kind of giving them the heads up on their enemies, is what I get from it, right? Like,
it's also like a small versus big thing. He's putting down like street level criminals, where these people that he's meeting with are the bosses. They're the more higher ups, so they're like, we'll give you some of these smaller criminals so you can haul someone in, make yourself look good,
right?
But you ultimately answer to us.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And his father's like really proud of him at one point, and he gets kind of called out to take, I don't know if it's like a big award or like praise from the police force and all that. But yeah, you've got the love interest as well, Sandra. That's his girlfriend I mentioned earlier in the cafe.
Is she like a model or something? Like, that's what
very stunning actress.
The vibe I got from it was kind of like she's some kind of model or some shit. But
oh yeah, and he's using all the money he's getting from these, going undercover with these criminals or what have you, and he sets her up in kind of this art gallery. She literally doesn't have to do a lot. He's kind of money wise. Like, people would look in and think, what the fuck, man? How have you got all this money? And he's just a lieutenant. But he's like milking the system. He's getting, paid off by all these criminals on the side and all that.
Yeah, he brags at one point how much he's got saved.
He does, yeah. I mean, you got the whole scene with his father to come as well, which is kind of fucking batshit crazy. But that Esposito guy, so he files this complaint pretty much to like Malakani's father about, you know, the cars being blocking his view or blocking his kind of access to the house. And he doesn't know what he's doing. He's trying to get trying to sue these people or maybe get some money out of it down the line. But he doesn't realize what he's getting himself into.
But he's a constant complainer. He complains about all kinds of shit. He's a lonely old man with a cat, right? And he's got some weird bandage shit over his head. I guess he's got a case that he's trying to sue somebody.
Yeah, he's got like 6 at the same time or something, and he loses most of them or what have you.
Right. Yeah.
These criminals as well, this criminal gang, you've got like one of them is like a transvestite, played by Gian Maria, or I think is that the character name? Might be the character name. But you've got Nazari, Richard Conte, and Pascal, played by Raymond Pellegrin, and they're like pretty much the hierarchy of this gang. But yeah, like you say, he's being paid monthly by this gang as well, and they tell him like pretty much to try and get the file that this Esposito guy's filed, so they can literally just they got no kind of links to this murder then at all.
There's nothing linked to nothing. So
yeah, exactly. You got the scene now with the 2 children, and they find this like human hand in this concrete drum.
Right.
Which ends up being, you know, this murdered victim or what have you. His partner's played by Rosario Borelli. He plays Garrido, his partner. And there's a big twist towards the end as well.
Oh, it's a big twist. Holy shit, yeah. I don't want to say what it is.
No.
That, but yeah.
But they put you off as well, that twist, because at one point that guy ends up crying when his father his father dies, but and it kind of puts you in a false sense.
And that scene where his father gets killed, like the scene, let's talk, is that Esposito, the guy that was complaining, right?
Yeah.
That scene right there when they come in with the plastic bags and shit.
Oh,
and
shit.
And then that one guy's looking at the cat, like, you're like, what the hell? And then like they put a bag over that guy's head. And then they put the cat in a plastic bag. It's like,
and they do that for real as well. You can see that's actually real. I know they probably didn't kill the cat, don't get me wrong, but
no.
It's still, you can tell. So like Malakani visits his father to try and get the report. And that guy is like a Neapolitan as well. He's from Naples, I think. And there's kind of a big divide in it with Milan and Naples that goes on. But he's told he can't take the report home. But he said his father does actually like say, "Oh, look." At one point, he said, "I'll bury it in a drawer." So at the end of the day, you know, you're going to be fine or what have you. And he guesses as well that his son's like pretty much, you know, into all this wrongdoing.
After
that scene is one of my favorite scenes in any Eurocrime movie. I'm not kidding. Like the acting between the two of them is really something. I think like they both play that really, really well. Like you can feel Salvo Randoni's heartbreak in that scene a lot, and you can kind of feel how Merenda is disappointed, but at the same time he's trying to deflect and he's just acting angry because he knows he's been had and that he's disappointed his father.
Because you got the like early on, you kind of get like they got like a pretty good bond, you know.
He's so proud of his son, and
exactly
all that's gone, and just like that, you know, like so.
But it all changes, like Dirk said, with that, you know, the kill of this Esposito and his cat. The whole like film, you know, it just fucking becomes crazy after that, doesn't it? With
when the father gets killed, I guess.
I mean,
mention that. Did y'all notice? I mean, to me, that it's a man dressed up like a woman, but it looks like. Don't it look like Michael Caine in Dressed to Kill?
I was going to say,
Now that you say it, I kind of see that.
You can clearly see, because we've seen all these films, and you know it's a man. But they did it first, man, before Dressed to Kill. Fair play.
I mean, I got the same damn vibe. I was like, whoa, shit.
And you don't want to see that character die as well, because he does come across as like you say, he's like this
genuine,
you know. You know, he's playing it by the law, you know.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. And he gets, doesn't he? Like, he gets completely disillusioned by his son, and he disowns him and doesn't want anything to do with him. I think he backhands him or slaps him at one point.
Yeah,
as well.
He does. Yeah, after he brings him to the file, though. He gives him the file, and he's like, "I never want to see you again."
It is a sad scene, I think. Not as sad as fucking the end of Gambling City, but we'll come on to that.
Yeah,
I can't wait to talk about that one as well. But the thing with this, though, so this countess shows up, doesn't she? And she's like, she got a missing son from Switzerland as well, which kind of seems, could that be the guy that they murdered? Which it ends up being that as well. But Pascal, he still wants this report. He wants literally to have this report in his hand. Like, you know, he's not taking his word for it being buried in the system or what have you. But yeah, I mean, that, like Dirk said, the blonde woman draining his father in the park, man, that is just so fucking brutal.
It is.
Like putting his head under the water and what have you. Yeah, it's fucking great. He's literally phoned in by his partner as well. Garito like phones him up and says, "I think you better come. You know, something. You know, your father's not right. You know, he's died." And that is a great scene. And then he goes to see Gian Maria. Then, doesn't he? The transvestite, and they have this fight. He pulls his knife on him, and
that's a hard little fight there.
It is fucking crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
The way he fucking breaks his neck at the end when he's on the floor, and he kind of puts his fucking head between his ankles and twists.
Yeah,
that reminds me of
like the part, and he like you can feel his rage when he's just like bashing his head against the wall over.
Oh yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah.
That is.
It reminds me of when he breaks the neck like that though with his feet or whatever. It reminds me of something like out of Bruce Lee, like out of a Bruce Lee flick.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if he's dead anyway through his like being banged against the wall, but you know, he just finishes him off, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It goes to places as well. So his girlfriend Sandra, she ends up getting beaten and strangled too with the like telephone cord of all things.
I thought something worse was coming. I mean, something bad was coming before the murder.
I don't know if that happened, and maybe we didn't see it on camera. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I was expecting that as well.
DeLeo does not seem to be one to shoot those kind of scenes in his films. Actually,
yeah.
Did he do something similar in Naked Violence? So I can't remember if he actually showed it.
Yeah, I don't remember if you show it. I don't remember if he shows it as explicitly.
I think he shows like a little bit of the flashbacks to it. I don't know. I don't think it's in any detail or anything.
Yeah, like he doesn't. He was not one to show these kind of scenes that Castellari and Lenzi were usually a little more okay with showing, I think, in their films.
But, right. There's a weird scene in the cafe as well with the pimp and the prostitutes.
Oh yeah.
And I was laughing, man. And he's like, what's he like backhands the one? He's like, get back in your cage.
Yeah.
To the fucking pimp. It is so funny, man. You got like the fucking bomb that goes off as well as
when the door or the buzzer.
Yeah, outside the house or the apartment or whatever.
And I thought that was so dirty, man, because he tells that guy to go ring the buzzer.
He does, yeah. And I'm thinking, yeah, I was thinking that. Like, that's not a fucking good thing to do, you know.
Well, you know, he's not a good person.
Well, yeah, I guess there's that as well. But I remember thinking that as well. But he's suspended, and he's just told to take a vacation. You're suspended again. That's kind of a similar thing in these films. You got a weird thing with the two Portuguese type fellas, and they're feeding the birds, and they're in this big square. And like a deal's going down and what have you. And I mean, he ends up following the killer, didn't he? And you got like this other car chase where the villains again, they go over this cliff, the car catches fire and all that. The theme in that scene as well is like amazing. It really is. It's just they're all great car scenes in these films, but yeah, I mean,
I noticed there's a lot of scenes like that with the like in a square or park scene with the birds. I mean, it's
yeah.
It's in a lot of these films. I always like it. I always enjoy it. It's.
I mean, Argento.
Somebody's getting assassinated in those scenes, so like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, you've got the John Saxon scene as well, haven't you? In the middle of Rome, in Tenebrae, I believe. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So this ain't like, again, I don't know how far you want to go, but his father obviously dies. You see the funeral, and yeah, his best kind of buddy who's working with him, Garito, he's like crying at the funeral. But he's there and he's got all these guys coming up to him and saying, I'm sorry about what happened to your father. And he's just almost like emotionless. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of more like really cold and kind of chilling.
Yeah.
The way he is, which we know what he's like anyway, up until this point. But
I think that affected him for sure. The death of his father for sure.
Oh yeah. What? How do you feel about the big twist in this?
I love how he gets
I
the
did
revenge.
Not see it coming.
I love how he gets his revenge, but I didn't see that other shit coming.
No.
It's like what?
It comes out of nowhere, man.
Yeah.
I definitely think they didn't want him to have a happy ending with everything he had done. I mean, I don't really think you feel bad for him throughout this film, but you feel bad for the people who get killed along the way because of his actions.
Absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
And I love when he does, like, he gets his revenge though, and it's just like so.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit! I did not see that shit, man.
And do you think this Garito guy is gonna literally take his place and become, because he's corrupt anyways, we know.
Right. I think that's the idea. Yeah,
that's the idea I was thinking, because I was reading the book the book that you guys got as well. No, I did not see that ending.
Right. It's great.
Because you always think the hero, even though he's like an anti-hero in this, but you always think they're gonna survive and they're gonna, do you know what I mean? It's gonna end on a good.
That doesn't always happen in these Eurocrime films, though. Some of them have pretty dark endings. Like,
shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
well,
yeah.
It wasn't gonna end well. We knew that. So.
No, I mean,
think about even the ones where you think the ending could be good. Like, if you watch a movie like The Big Racket, like that doesn't end well. All the guys that are in his group all get killed, and then he ends up bashing his gun and whatever. Like, it's not a particularly happy ending in that film either.
Oh right. Can you imagine going to see one of these films at the time in Italy as well, with all that shit going on for real around you? Literally fucking train
bombings. Probably make you want to take up arms and start killing criminals.
Yeah. The thing is, you wouldn't want to sit down and watch a fucking film portraying all that shit to you, I would imagine, but unless this is like a safe way of watching all that shit going on without it affecting you. But
it's definitely like, I know probably people couldn't speak out about it too much, so this was a way through the films they could.
Yeah, yeah, definitely there's a little bit of that. The original title to this is El Poliziotto e Macio, which is the cop is rotten or the cop is corrupt, which is kind of like perfect, I think, for this film.
Yeah.
He did, like you said, he did draw inspiration elements of the novel Road Cop by William P. McGivern.
If you think about the title, it kind of spoils the film.
But early on anyway.
I mean, you're not going to pick up on that shit until after you see it, though. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I think you get to know what's going on pretty early-ish anyway, I would say.
Right.
But that Road Cop was actually 1954, and they did do a film in Hollywood with Robert Taylor. But obviously it's a toned down. It wouldn't have any of this type violence back in the 50s. This premiered in Italy on March 22nd, 1974. It marked the first collaboration between DeLeo and Luke Miranda, who would reunite then for Kidnap Syndicate in 75 and Nick the Sting in 76, which I've never seen.
That's basically a takeoff on the Sting. It's a very similar film. It's not one of the best Eurocrime films out there. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't like, it didn't like blow me away or anything like that.
Do you know if that's got like another alternative title?
I'm not sure, but it might be like Nick Hazard or something like that. But
okay, yeah,
I think it got a release from Raro Video not too long ago here.
Okay, so I'm gonna at one point I'm gonna go through that whole book and watch every single one, because what I'm gonna start, I know we're still talking about the film, but what I'm gonna start doing now is I'm gonna channel all my energy into like a certain director, like Sergio Martino. Watch every single film he's done, everything, and then different actors as well. I'm just gonna go through every single film and kind of treat it as like a project.
Nice.
And do it like that. But yeah, this was primarily shot on location in Milan as well. The extended opening car chase was choreographed by Remy Julien.
Makes sense.
Yeah, he was one of the best in the. I think he did the James Bond films as well.
Yeah, he did.
Which was interesting to find out. But yeah, I don't know. Again, have you guys got anything you wanna bring up or say?
No, I mean I'm pretty good with it.
It didn't do as well, did it, domestically? I noticed it.
No, it was like it almost did half as much money. It was like maybe 55 or 60%.
No, you're right. You're spot on half. Yeah.
Maybe people didn't like the fact that Merenda was playing that kind of a role. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
At the time, I guess I'm just guessing. I don't know, but I will catch the chat right quick.
Yeah, you go for it, man.
Let's see. Justin Marino saying Caliber 9 is top notch.
Yeah.
It's my favorite DeLeo film. Absolutely. It's my favorite.
I hear that a lot, man. I hear that a lot.
Favorite Policio Tesco for me. But this film's great as well. Hell yeah. Is Ian on YouTube?
Yeah, so I don't know if I have my own. I might have I probably do have my own account somewhere, but I haven't uploaded anything. But if you go to Greg Amortis's channel, that's where we post our show. So every 2 weeks on Friday is when we post that. So every Black Glove Mystery show is on his channel.
And I do have the Black Glove Mysteries Spotify in the description if y'all want to check that out. It's pretty good.
Oh man, yeah, you guys are doing some great stuff, like flying the flag for these films, like 100%.
And then Marino says Blood and Diamonds is good.
I want to see that as well.
Yeah, I have it. I have the 88 Films Blu-ray. I just haven't watched it yet. Yeah,
I have the Blu-ray of this film. It's dope. Awesome. Let's see. The Deer Hunter. Good evening. Just read about the U.S. deployment of the Doomsday plane to the Middle East after rising tensions in regards to Iran and Trump vaporizing the supreme leader with the bunker buster.
Oh, shit. Yeah, we won't get into politics. I don't think on this one.
No, definitely. I don't.
But ratings, like what? Are you guys thinking about this one, ratings wise?
Also going to give this one an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's probably it's right there with Violent Professionals for me, man. Yeah, 8 out of 10 for sure.
I'm exactly the same. Like, we've all seen these, the first two anyway, exactly the same. I'm an 8 out of 10.
Right.
Yeah, there's not much between this and Violent Professionals for me. I wouldn't even like to I like
that Ian picked these because even this third one coming up, like I said, man, because Luke Merenda in this one is he's a scumbag pretty much, versus Violent Professional. He's just, he's kind of vigilante, but he's a good, true to the core. He's more like his father in this film, like that role. He's more like that in Violent Professional. But
I'm gonna put it there. This is my favorite of the three, like I mentioned earlier. I fucking love this film.
Which one? This one?
Gambling City, where we're gonna talk about now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, so you got Gambling City, another Sergio Martino film, written by Ernesto Gastaldi again, along with the director. And again, I've got, so you got cinematography again by Giancarlo Ferrando.
I will say, Martino, he's got a different approach in this film, though. It's more
it's completely different, isn't it? It's got a different take on everything.
Well, he adds romance to the mix. There's like this whole romantic love affair shit to it, in there. But I mean,
I'm guessing was Love Story put out before this? You know the film Love Story, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
With Robert Redford. I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't. I'm not familiar with it actually. But
yeah, I'm not either.
It's got a similar type ending, and I am going to spoil this one. So
I know that this one definitely
1970 was that one.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that. Yeah, this is like a little riff off that.
If I'm looking at the right one, it's Ryan O'Neal and Ally
It is
McGraw.
Ryan O'Neal. Yeah.
Well, so the Sting came out in '73, and it won 7 Oscars.
Right, it was a big film.
This one's definitely paying homage to the Sting, man.
With
Paul Newman's character, Henry Gondorf, in the Sting. He's a similar character.
Well, right? It's also similar to the Hustler as well.
Actually. It is, yeah, definitely. And it's a completely different take on the crime films, you know. We'll come on to like the storyline and all that, and just briefly go through. So you got the music by Luciano Michelini, the composer. American Rickshaw, silent action. So, you know, again, The Suspicious Death of a Minor, a lot of kind of Latino films. One interesting one, which I like a lot, is The Girl from Cortina. And that's like a later Giallo in 94. I've always liked that one. In terms of cast, so you've got Dale Haddon. She plays Maria Lucia. She was born and raised in Canada. She's got a very distinctive. I thought she was Italian when I first saw this. But she was born and raised in Montreal. She did The Cousin in 1974, and apparently she was almost like a superstar in Italy at the time just because of that film. I think that's if I'm remembering rightly, is that a Pupi Avati film? Or Aldo Lado was one of them.
Which one?
The Cousin.
Aldo Lado.
Okay.
Yeah, it is Aldo Lado. Yeah.
I downloaded that literally after I watched this film.
Say on Luciano Michelini though, like Curb Your Enthusiasm from HBO.
He did, yeah.
Apparently Frolic was like a big deal, and I know Snoop Dogg fucking sampled that shit.
Yeah.
So, it's probably like his claim to fame, if you're being honest, like as far as internationally known.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Apart from those Martino films, he didn't really do it.
He was a teacher as well, like that composer.
Okay.
Classically trained in orchestra, very good pianist. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
He did do
did a lot of stuff with Martino. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. He did do the Edwidge Finesse film, Anna, The Pleasure, The Torment, which I want to see. There's so many of these films I want to see. Right. But yeah, she's kind of striking, that Dale Haddon. I really like the look of her. You've got Corrado Pani. He plays Corrado, or Corrado. He's in Watch Me When I Kill. Lips of
playing a much more heroic character than he does here.
I like that film a lot, man.
It's a good one, yeah.
Interrobang, which I've heard a lot of as well, like a Giallo from '69.
Interrobang,
yeah. I always pronounce that wrong.
I still haven't seen that one, but I've seen it a lot. I've seen that title a lot.
This has got one of my favorite actors of all time, like Enrico Maria Solano. Even though he's not great, is he, in this? He hasn't got that much to do. And you can kind of see where they tried to make him look older as well, because he's in Night Train Murders, which I think was like the same year. And obviously he doesn't look as old in Night Train Murders. But he plays the president. He's in Calling All Police Cars, which I think is another underrated Giallo we've covered. Savage Free, fucking amazing. The Great Kidnapping, which I want to see as well. That's supposed to be another crime film. But his big one is The Bird with the Crystal Plumage. And he's fucking amazing in No, the Case is Happily Resolved as well.
I think did I remember you telling me you weren't the biggest fan of spaghetti westerns?
I don't really like them. I've touched upon. I've watched a few.
You might like. There's one with him that I really like that you might like if you tried it, called Banditos. Where he plays this gunfighter who gets his hands broken and he has to kind of like ends up training like another young kid to become a gunfighter.
That's Massimo Dallamano.
Yeah.
So that's one that I watched for Grayson, my 8-year-old. believe it or not, I can watch. He loves the spaghetti westerns. Like he wants to watch.
Well, I don't.
Oh
I'm not
shit!
surprised.
I wish I was like that, man.
Those movies are made for like 12 to 15-year-old boys, basically. Is what they're really made for.
Right.
Yeah.
I need with the westerns. I need that one film that's gonna fucking like.
Oh, it's a great one, Bandito's.
And then
that's a good one. Yeah. I can't remember who plays the villain in that because the villain in that's pretty nasty.
Isn't
Valentino Valentini? That's who it was.
Oh, the guy from
Maria Salerno, the one with the broken hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
him. He trained somebody else.
Yeah,
that's what I remember. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird, isn't it? If you like, because of this film as well, with what happens to Luke Miranda's character with the hands.
Well, and you know what's interesting is, we've seen that happen before. Obviously, I mean, we've seen that it was in Django. It happened in Django. It happened in The Great Silence, where the main character's hands get broken. But I almost wonder. It's possible Robert Rodriguez was inspired by those films as well. But I almost wonder if he was inspired particularly by this one for a certain storyline in Sin City: A Dame to Kill For, where the gambler has his hands get like broken and he has to come back to play him in the poker game at the end.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, and Powers Booth was sort of the villain of the story.
And I think kind of like The Color of Money as well. There's a few scenes I find kind of mirror image this one as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, well, that was
this. He must have.
I would say also.
What? I wouldn't put it past him. He's such a cinema connoisseur. It was funny. Joe Bob Briggs has told a story once how when he worked on Casino, basically he one day after they were done shooting, Scorsese said to him something like, "So, what's the best women in prison movie?" And Joe Bob Briggs was like, "Oh, this guy not only, this guy likes all type of cinema. He's an expert on everything."
Yeah, I mean, with the Scorsese thing as well, there's that scene with he's got like this
the hand device,
haven't he? Yeah, and that's Taxi Driver with the gun up the fucking sleeve.
And that was after this. So
yeah.
I'm sure Scorsese's seen a lot of these films.
They were in this club with like Brian De Palma, where they would go and watch all these fucking films in the early 70s.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've read up on that somewhere. And that's why I don't take it when De Palma says he's never watched the Giallo, which is bullshit.
I don't believe that shit. Yeah.
No, kill man. He's
and why at this point in time? Why lie about that? It's not any lesser. They're not any lesser of the films than the ones he's made.
He always credited Hitchcock, right?
Yeah. That was his big. Yeah. But I mean, go figure, man. These films weren't that popular. I take it back in the day, and. Yeah. Even now, like, we're starting to get the word out a little bit. All the channels like ourselves and Ian's channel. But yeah, they're still pretty niche. Like, if you think about it, certainly these crime films, like Giallo's starting to get recognized a bit now because of all these releases coming out. But the crime films are like a little bit behind. So hopefully we got a lot to come, like in terms of releases and all that good stuff. But yeah, we gotta go through this one. I absolutely love this one. So you've got this opening with like this Giallo jazzy type theme that doesn't match the film at all.
It's a jazz funk orchestral.
Yeah, it just doesn't go film that you would think when you first see it. He plays Luca Altieri, and he's driving at night and he's on like this bike, this scooter, and what have you. You got a weird scene early on as well where he gives this young boy like a toy gun in exchange for a rose before he goes into like this casino, this underground kind of casino. And he's not well dressed or nothing. He's just dressed like
he just looks like the blue. It's kind of like the blue collar type, out of place. He's acting like he don't know shit about what he's doing.
And he goes in there, doesn't he? He goes into this casino and he asks for like a drink of like milk and champagne. And the guy behind the bar is like, what the fuck? Literally, like, that's not a combination anyone orders. But he's taken downstairs then to where all this underground gambling's going on. And he ends up playing a complete fool. Then he gets like 4 queens in his first hand, obviously cheating. And he's just playing this complete fool. And he's like, oh man, you know, he puts the cards on the table and he's pretty much, you know, saying, look, I'll be up front with you. I just got lucky. And he's playing this really dumb role. And I just think he's fucking great in that scene.
And he steals the bag, right? He takes all the damn money.
He ends up winning everything, doesn't he? And yeah, I mean, that's where the president kind of opens his eyes up a little bit there, and he sees the potential in what he can do and what, you know, because.
And I did see that there was another cut, or there's different cuts of the film where in some films he's called the boss, and then in other films he's called the president, and then other cuts he's called the syndicate head. So
okay, I didn't even know there was different cuts, man.
Yeah, so I've seen the president, like you said, but there was a U.S. cut that was trimmed down 15 minutes. From the
what was okay?
It was 100 minutes originally. And
that's the version I saw was about 100 minutes. Is that the version you guys seen as well?
Yeah. Probably. So the trimmed down cut, what they do is, you know, there's a mid-film montage of the beach scenes and shit. So they take that, they cut out 15 minutes, and they put that at the end of the movie to make it a happy ending.
Oh shit! Really? Oh god!
That's bad.
That's the U.S. cut.
I mean, you know, I get it, but at the same time, I'm like the film, the way it ends,
just changed the whole.
You know, it's depressing or whatever, but it's meant to end that way. You know.
Right. Oh yeah. You just changed the whole film doing that shit.
I would have been pissed if I'd have seen that version, to be honest. But Luca, like, so he's walked away with like, I think it's like 11 million in this check that he's got. Literally. But he's so stupid, even like arrogant to the point where he tells the security guard that he's a cheat. And then, you know, this security guard obviously puts him in this lift, and he's taken right down to the basement where you've got these two heavies. They rough him up, don't they? Yeah, they beat the living daylights out of him pretty much. But Enrico Maria Salerno plays the president. He realizes this guy's got talent, and he offers him a job. Come work for me. I think we can make, you know, mega money and what have you and all that. And then you see him next time you see him he's wearing these pinstripe
typical
suits.
Gangster look.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
He's got a hooker on each arm.
Yeah,
on that motorcycle. That's a great scene, dude.
It is, man. It is.
It keeps like showing her dress flap up where you can see her pantyhose.
Oh yeah, I mean, because like earlier on in that card scene as well, where he wins a lot of money off the president's brother, and that kind of, they got this rivalry then throughout the whole film.
Also because he's hitting on it. He wants his old lady.
But there's that as well. And she's stunning as well.
Or his possession, and we should say. You know.
His possession, yeah. So that's the attractive woman called Maria. And she's kind of like this Corraldo's girlfriend. What I like about this one as well, you've got the waiter. He kind of like tips him off a little bit, and he's on fucking his side, like throughout the film.
Yeah.
Even though there's a scene where he's told to lie to him towards the end.
I get the vibe because the waiter's blue collar like him, right?
Down to earth and what have you, not one of these high society types. But yeah, you know, so Maria has an argument with Corraldo, and she storms off, and Lucas pretty much ends up. So he offers her a lift, I think, at one point. He ends up kicking her driver because her driver's like pretty much, she storms off, doesn't she, from the driver, and like he comes along and just kicks the driver and what have you. But at first he says to her, you know, do you want to come with me? And she's like, no, just, you know, she ends up walking off. But there's a great scene with her on the bike when it's like pouring down with rain, and they're kind of like, there's a couple of montages where they're kind of having sex and having fun and all that stuff, like, you know. I love all that, man. It's just so, because it doesn't go with the film. It doesn't really go with the crime.
That's what I meant, but like he added the romance angle kind of to this.
Yeah,
this is more like a noir drama too, I would say.
It is, yeah. It is all different. This is completely, It's all these different things, and they chuck it all together and come out with it. She ends up you see her topless as well, and she's just kind of warns him of the trouble that Geraldo can cause, and she turns around and she says to him, I can't see you again, and all that. But I think he's a great character, that Geraldo guy, because he seems like his character is so bad, so nasty, and like the actor does a great job.
I love the scene when they have him after his hands broke, and like where they're breaking his hands with the mannequin. When they're first splashing the water on him, and you start seeing all these close-ups of the mannequin eyeballs and like looks like a doll's face. It's just creepy, just like right out there.
It is, yeah.
Like something like out of a Mario Bava film or some shit, you know.
Man.
But no, I did.
You're talking about like the love scenes and all that. You can't get further away from it in the one scene where Geraldo and his henchmen are waiting for Maria. And then he's told to like rip her clothes off.
He's telling him to
go on, ball her. Like he's literally telling him to have sex, like to rape her, pretty much.
Yeah.
And it doesn't quite go as far as that, you know, because he tells him to stop right at the end. But yeah, like you say, it's his possession. She's his possession more than anything else. But Geraldo then he gets in on a poker game involving Luca. But he's pissed at this point as well because Luca's kind of, you know, took his girlfriend home and what have you. And I think he obviously wins. And then this Geraldo guy just chucks the money at him and goes, what's he say? Here, go buy yourself another slut. And then that's where you get they attack Luca then, and they beat the hell out of him, don't they?
Well, I like the fight scene though before that where
the big fucking brawl,
the big brawl where he beats two guys up and then he does like a flip over the other two guys.
Right. They got a chain and shit.
Yeah. That's a great scene. Yeah. I mean, so you've got, you know, at the end of the day then this president, like he's in a wheelchair, and I think it's like stated in the story that it doesn't say why, but he become in this wheelchair when Geraldo was like 15, so really young. Mm-hmm. And he's like in charge of this big fucking crime kind of empire.
Okay, his name in the wheelchairs, Enrico Maria Salerno, right?
Yeah, the actor.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I see him in so many damn films, man. Like, I just want to make sure his name. I got his name right.
I mean, that's another like actor. I'm gonna go through all his stuff at one point. But he warns his son, like Geraldo. He says, because they've arranged this big poker game between each other, and he says to his son, "You're just not gonna win. You're not gonna beat Luca, pretty much."
That's why he got him, because he's seen the skill.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, dude, when I saw this movie, I'm thinking, man, Scorsese, man, Casino, Rob De Niro.
Okay. I don't think I've seen Casino for now.
But I mean, I don't know how true of a story Casino is, like actual facts or whatever, but I did get the same. It's that same kind of dynamic, you know.
Like The Godfather, maybe, and films like that.
Well, Casino for sure, because because De Niro's character can spot any kind of scam, and he's really good with the cards. And well, I mean, I don't know, it's similar thing, but anyway,
I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, these type films influenced them as well.
Yeah, I know Kill Baby Kill did. So anyway, another conversation.
But the way they like beat the hell out of him, like you say, they break his hands, and I don't know what happens, but they kind of like imply that his hands are never going to be properly fully functioning ever again. He maybe just have, I don't know how that works. Maybe just kind of.
It's like they left the one hand okay. It's not as bad, right?
I was confused by that a little bit, but yeah, I don't know.
And then the one dude's talking about, I'll cut him off if you want and throw him in a block of concrete.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
And they just abandon his ass in like by the canal, don't they? And later on that night, they're just not expecting him to turn up for this poker game, but then he just fucking turns up at the last minute, and he's like, no, we got a game on. And yeah, such a great fucking premise, I think, for a film. Really is. And Geraldo, and he's waiting for Luca to show up, and he's drinking the fucking J&B, so you got the Giallo connection there as well. But he comes up with a great line, Luca. He says, I got lost in the sewer with some rats. Because he's all bloodied and all that. It's just such a great scene, man. But yeah, the president ends up like saving Luca in a way from being humiliated again, because they're about to beat the crap out of him once more. I always laugh at that scene with the waiter. The train's coming. Just said, like, to warn him and
letting him know.
Well, it's a little bit of humor in there, but the president, I think, at one point he literally wants Luca dead, doesn't he? In a way, because he just doesn't want him playing ever again. But he kind of doubles down on that in a way, and he tells Maria at one point, I'll give you the money that Geraldo owes him anyway, but you two kind of take off and go somewhere else. And then you get the whole thing in France and in Nice, which is good. A nice little change of scenery. And that's more like kind of tranquil type part of the film.
Yeah, I really like that location.
Yeah. I do. Yeah. I mean, and they're all loved up in there on the beach and what have you. And he does like a montage. I will give him.
Then he loses all the damn money, right?
Yeah, which is true to life, really, because all gamblers do. Like, even successful gamblers, they always go one step too far, and that's why they end up losing, I thought that was really true to the point. Basically, because I'm like from a family of gamblers anyway. So, and I've done a bit of gambling in the past too. So all this seemed like authentic to me, the way it plays out as well. But yeah, they're pretty much, so they're in France, but he gets kind of dragged into the gambling again, and he ends up going to these casinos late at night when she's asleep, but she knows what he's doing pretty much. She comes back and catches him practicing one night or one day or what have you, and he's trying to get all the what he can get the feeling back in his hands, and he's doing
that's another reason why he lost, I think, because he don't have the same skill set that he once had.
Yeah, so that's why, because he's got to play 21, haven't he? Rather than playing poker where he can manipulate it. With 21, you don't. I think the dealer just does that, so he can't manipulate the game.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it does go dark, doesn't it? This film, man, it takes you to places that I genuinely was kind of moved by the ending of this. So he gets kind of double crossed in a way by the guy he wins all the money off at the start of the film, but he's kind of like he thinks, is he in on this now with the president, or is he genuinely wants to back him and make a fucking killing in France and win a lot of money, and then he can finally retire, and then he can take care, because his girlfriend at this point is pregnant, and he can take care of her and his, say his son, but it's not even been born. But I don't know that works.
I like how he don't tell her though, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the way it plays out, it's
he kind of leaves her with a happy thought, Yeah, I like how that's done.
And she backs him 100%, even when he loses all the money. She's like, well, that doesn't bother me. I just want to be happy with you and the baby and all that. And it does, man. It does choke you up a little bit towards the end. I'm not going to lie. But needless to say, I love the part where he fucking does the double cross back. So he's playing cards for this guy.
Yeah.
And he fucking loses everything. He tells him straight. He's like, look, I've just lost you and fucking the president fucking a whole bunch of money.
Well, the president's son.
Yeah, president's son, a bunch of money. And he's like, I love that scene, man. I didn't see that coming either, but even more so towards the end. But yeah, the two of them, they just kind of, I don't know, they're in love, they kind of go on the run a little bit. Then they end up on his motorbike. They know they've literally got these fucking people pursuing them, and literally on this bike, and the car going after them and all that. Another great chase scene, I would say. Do you know what I mean? Just Martino does a lot with bikes as well, doesn't he? A lot of bikes I've noticed too. And I think he was into racing bikes and shit at some point. But he doesn't, like, Luca doesn't seem happy when she tells him, like, she's pregnant either. And I guess that's kind of, he knows the life of being a gambler, that it's always going to be up and down. Do you know what I mean? It's not really a good environment to bring a baby into. But yeah, that chase scene, man, that chase scene is kind of, I said I'm going to spoil this one, but she ends up getting shot, in the pursuing chase, and they end up dying in the car, like behind them. And
they said the bullet's in her liver and they can't remove it.
Yeah, and then we got that scene in the hospital, man. I think Sergio Martino's one of the doctors. Yeah. And they literally tell him that she's not going to survive. She's going to last a few hours at best. The baby was born prematurely and died. So it's just getting worse and fucking worse as it goes.
And that's when he lets her know that, well, he tells her basically it's a beautiful boy and everything's okay. That's what he tells her.
Yeah, that's the scene that gets me. Yeah, it kind of chokes you up a little bit. And she's like, she knows. Like, he's trying to put on a brave face saying, look, we got a bit of a future together with the baby. And she's like, no, I know I'm not going to get to see, she asked to see the baby, but she pretty much knows she's not going to get to see the baby. And she ends up dying there and then. And it's kind of a really sad scene towards the end, then right at the end, where he's on the beach, he's walking, he's lost fucking everything. He's literally lost everything. And he sees this young mother with a young boy, and they're just having fun on the beach. And that is just that final shot when he walks off into the sunset and he's just lost fucking everything.
Yeah, Merenda shows some really good acting range.
It is fantastic. Yeah, I did not see that coming, man. You kind of guess when you see like a pregnant woman in some of these films, sometimes. But I was just going with it. I just thought, I don't know, maybe they're gonna, he's gonna quit gambling, they're gonna live happily ever after and all that. But no, not to be, man. And I love the fact that they did that in this film. I really do. It's like no other film I've seen. But it must have been that love story thing in 1970. It must have, because I think he said something along the lines when he was doing an interview that he included that because they all expect like a happy ending. They always expect a happy ending. Not so much
the US cut, you get that. So check that out if that's what you want to see.
Oh, shit. I mean, if you're into bleak fucking endings and all that, but I mean the cut.
I'm kind of curious to see the US cut just to see what it is,
to see how it plays out. Yeah. But I'm glad I've seen this version first, even if I do get to see that. But
there was a time where this was like when I hadn't seen that many of these. It still is up there, but it was like my favorite Eurocrime film for a short amount of time, I think. Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you, man. This is it's not quite Almost Human. I always say that in these dreams, but it's up there for me. It's
Almost Human is my number one favorite.
It is, film. But Gambling City, thinking now, it's definitely in my top 5. Like,
I'm not as big on this one.
I didn't think you would be though. I just didn't think you would.
It's not a bad film. I mean, I still give it a 7 out of 10 for sure.
Okay. Yeah. This is like 8 to 3. This is.
I think the romance angle.
I knew that's why you wouldn't like, to be honest. I knew. Yeah.
I don't know.
Whereas I don't mind that type thing.
Yeah.
This is like an 8.5 for me. Maybe could go to a 9. What about yourself, Ian?
It's a 9 for me.
Yeah. I'm looking to go that route, to be honest. I think it's going to end up a 9. At least.
It's by no means a bad film. It's just I really think Martino is trying to play off I know I mentioned it before, the Sting 1973. It won 7 Oscars. So like that's what I kind of think he was trying to go for, but I don't know.
It didn't do that well. It did 777 million lira. It's also known as the Cheaters. I think
Cheaters.
Maybe in the UK. I was reading.
But
no, I mean, Gastaldi's script, he literally wrote most of it, but I think Martino contributed a little bit, but not too much.
That's the US cut, the Cheaters.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and dig that one out if I can find it. But no, I mean, just the whole Milan backdrop, the Nice backdrop in France, gives it a different feel, doesn't it? The whole storyline and what have you. Yeah. I mean, this is going to be on my list to watch a lot, definitely.
So it says, I was looking and it said Ernesto Gastaldi and Martino wrote it like Hollywood sleaze epics, like the Carpetbaggers and the Sting. So
there you go.
It's like they mix those two together, kind of like was the idea. But
I mean, Gastaldi as well. He did actually. He wrote the character, the president, for Enrico Maria Solano as well. That was, he knew that he would play the part because it was written for him.
Okay, he wrote it for him.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys got anything else you want to mention. I think Ian said about the Franco Nero torture as well in Django, is it?
Yeah,
that is definitely.
It's reminiscent of that. Yeah,
I hate to keep going back to the score, but like Luciano Michelini, did y'all mention that he did American Rickshaw?
I think we touched upon it. Yeah, okay. Early on.
And he also did. He sang. He did some singing tracks for a lot of spaghetti westerns. So I know it's kind of like.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So
okay. Yeah.
But he did an experimental album with his son this year. It's called Lucifer.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah. So I dig the score in this one. I do.
Yeah, I do. This is almost like a perfect film for me. This premiered in Italy on January the 23rd, 1975. I think the main theme is actually called Sita Viva, which I like. I like that piece of music a lot as well. But Luke Miranda's third collab with Martino as well. I would say people definitely try and get this one. If you can't get it through the out-of-print DVD, then go with the rare list. It's on there. I
wonder if it's on Tubi though.
It might be. It might be. Yeah. But 100%. This was a lot of fun, man. These 3 films. You gotta do this again.
Yeah, man.
Great. You gotta do this semi-regularly.
Great recommendations, and I'm a fan of Merenda. I hadn't seen many of his films, so definitely want to check out some more. So
no, he smashes it in all 3, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
It's kind of surprised me as well. Like his range. I didn't think he had that in him, to be honest. But yeah. This has been fun, man. This has been a great
show. Sure, yeah.
Hell yeah. Anytime, man. You're welcome anytime.
Anytime you see us. We always say it because sometimes me and Dirk will put out the thumbnail early on in the week. If you ever see us doing something and you want to jump on, towards it, just shoot us a message, man. You're welcome.
Okay, yeah.
But we'll plan something anyway for a couple of months' time.
Also, if you want to bring Greg on with you,
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah.
If you can have a word with Greg for us, and if you want to come on with Greg, it's fine as well.
All right,
and do that. Yeah. See if we can get him on the next crime one or what have you.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any more comments. Is that look in?
Let's see. We got Chris in here. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, man?
We got Fat Pig the Conqueror says he shows up as himself in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Interesting.
I think he's talking about that.
The composer.
The composer, yeah. And then Chris says, for the apocalypse from Fulci, you would like Darren. Yeah, we covered
seen
that.
I did. Yeah, I did like it. I wasn't mad. I think I was
a big
7
fan
out
of
of 10.
That's a good. Yeah, I mean that one. I love Tomas Milian basically playing like Charles Manson.
Yeah.
in a spaghetti western.
Yeah. It's like a trippy character, right?
And Lynn Frederick was really good in it. Michael J. Pollard was good in it as well. Yeah, I do like that one. I'm glad that Arrow Video put out a Blu-ray of it on one of those sets.
Testi was in that as well, wasn't he? Fabio Testi, I think.
Yeah, Fabio Testi's a star, and he's good in it.
Yeah,
that was like a 7 for me, but I think that's going to go up next time.
Oh, it's a 10 out of 10 for me. That one is for sure. It's a good road western film, and the 4 characters are completely different. So that's what makes it great.
But we're gonna do at one point. I know we got planned is an Italian giallo western hybrid stream, haven't we? I think there's a few titles. There's one called the The Price of Death.
Right.
Pistol for Ringo might be one as well. I'm not sure if that's Kill the Poker Player is definitely
that's definitely a more well-known one.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be welcome on for that one, Ian.
Gothic Western too. We was talking about doing and God Said to Cain, which
God Said to Cain is an awesome
amazing
film. Yeah,
amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to do I'll say it on you now. I will do a Western stream, I think, then, like an Italian Western stream,
right?
If you want,
yeah.
and we'll plan something out. Because I want to be. That's one genre I want to like.
Yeah.
So I just haven't seen enough of them, really.
Anything you got coming up, Ian?
Other than just Black Glove Mysteries, we should have an episode coming out this upcoming Friday. Like I said, on was it 9 Guests for a Crime and Blind Man. So
nice.
I'm not entirely sure what we're doing after that yet. Normally we decide kind of the day of the episode. So we'll see.
Okay. Go check it out. Go and check them out, man. You're unbelievable. I mean, I always got that, like, your kind of Black Glove Mysteries episodes going on my headphones. I always listen to it before I go to bed, funny enough. But yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been great, man. Everybody have a good week. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I've been smashing it up and chopping it up, and we're gonna get out of here, man. Y'all have a good week.
We got Region 3, I want to mention quick.
Oh, yeah.
On Friday. So we're going to be doing Basket Case. We've got to think now. There's the crime noir films. So we got some good stuff. Is it Fire? Not Fire in the Sky. There's a film like that we're going to be covering as well.
Right.
But yeah, hopefully come back next week because we got 3 Giallo films next week as well. Have you got it on your board, Dirk? I think The Dead or Alive is one. Human Cobras is another.
Eye of the Labyrinth.
Eye of the Labyrinth is the other. So we're going to be doing that. Yeah. But no, everyone have a good week, like Dirk said. And just come back next week and we'll do it all over again, man.
Yeah, man. You'll have a good one, man. We got to go.
You're a fucking ugly bitch. I want to stab you to
We still live,
I'll tell you something. You're sick.
Yeah, it was a wrong clip. I'm sorry, yo. That was kind of wrong, wasn't it? I was looking for something
the
else.
Outro, then. I was expecting the outro.
I have to return some videotapes.
Yeah, gotta get out of here, y'all. Later, y'all.
Ciao, guys.
I might say so. That is very offensive.